feel like I'm gonna have to kill him now.
No, I saw what he did. He didn't change the build or anything. You're fine.
Oh, god damn it.
All right, gentlemen. Running with just you boys today. How y'all feeling? You feeling ready to fight? Ready to die?
Ready to die to a Yeti, sir.
I mean, I guess we're not fighting the,
No, that quest isn't happening.
Well, we gotta listen to what happens to Geo's vision here.
Geo.
I'm ready to have my conversation with the hag and see how fucked up I've done.
Perfect. It gives me an excuse to go make some food real quick. He's running that. Oh man.
Nah, we'll start once you get back.
No, go ahead, because I'm just gonna go grab some chips and salsa. So go ahead.
No, I hear you. We'll start when you get back.
Well, fuck it. I'm not gonna go. Fuck it. Let's just start. We're already 11 minutes late, and I was already in a bad mood because no one was here at fucking 3 other than me and Cameron. So.
And I was here directly at 3. What do you mean? Yeah. I joined at 3.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I sliced my finger cutting potatoes, so you can fuck yourself.
Well, stop cutting potatoes before D&D. I mean, it's easy to solve.
Ah, yes, I do intentionally cut myself every time I cut potatoes.
I mean,
blood sacrifice.
That's just what foodies do.
I should have known not to cut potatoes before D&D.
Exactly. There you go.
Right.
Every good chef cuts themselves when cutting potatoes.
Cook, isn't that just a chef blood sacrifice?
That's what it is. If you want your food to taste good, you need to do a blood sacrifice to Clegan.
No, you're not.
Clegan.
To the great hungry one.
Listen, I've created gods in the world off of worse jokes than Clegan. Alright, boys. Where we last left off, you adventured away from Jotunfell, up through the forest and mountains, to go slay this hag. On your adventure through these mountains, you met some interesting challenges. What was originally thought as just a necromancer setting a trap for passersby turned out to be a test that was partially failed by the group by a entity older and stronger than the group could comprehend. After a very quick bout of sort of combat, this entity made an offer to Meridian and left. Also on your adventures, you met an interesting greed-stricken dwarf. Yeah, how you got tossed. An interesting greed-stricken dwarf who was obsessed with the thought of gold and becoming rich, and possibly slaughtering Geo's village to make him king, so he becomes gold and he can be even richer. This dwarf, when questioned, led you to the hag through a clever use of magic and trickery, holding a coin up in the air and saying that he could have it if they brought him to the hag. He led them down the mountain into this large swamp that stretched out beneath the shade of this mountain range, and directly to the hut of the hag, diverting any potential encounters that you could have happened upon in this swamp. Meridian went in. Well, after the dwarf. The dwarf went in, got his wish. Hey, what's up?
Where did you put the remote?
In between the couch cushions, of course.
Okay.
Cheston, are you hiding the remote again?
The great quest to find the remote once again begins. Is a mighty quest many give out.
I'm not sharing. It's my remote now. I call dibs.
Yo, I found out recently, while I was in the gym, while Wolf's away for a sec, that the TV remote for the TVs in the gym also control the TVs in the reception area. So I had a good time this morning in the gym.
What did you do?
I turned on country music on all the 7 TVs and blasted it.
You are a terrible
Wait, is
person.
it like a universal remote for all
Yeah.
TVs?
Yeah, probably locked
There's
in
a
sync to
button
the same
on
signal.
there that says "Do not press," and it's like power for all TV devices. I don't think it's for that one TV and that one cable box, because that's how a normal TV works. So I click it on.
But I mean, with a place with all of the TVs, they're gonna have.
I didn't know.
the
You know, I
master
figured.
control.
Yeah, I figured they'd have like each a remote, because it makes sense, because they're all in front of the running machines. So I click it on. And I'm like, oh, okay, two of the TVs in front of me turned on. I was like, that's cool. I went to the country music channel. I forget. It's on Comcast, their guide. I forget what the channel was.
Yeah.
Anyways, I go on there, and I see, like, Trace Adkins. They were playing, like, some oldies from my childhood. So they had some Trace Adkins playing. So I turned that on, and I'm, like, blaring it up because I'm listening to it while I'm doing my jog. And the lady in reception comes back there and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What's going on?" And
Whatever do you mean?
I was like, "What do you mean? I've got 2 TVs going." I was like, "Is it too loud?" My fault. I'll turn it down real quick. She goes, "No, you turned off all the TVs." And I was like, "Oh shit, good to know."
The master control.
So I turned back around, or I went and turned the TV off, and I'm not allowed to play with the TV remote anymore.
You got.
So, back to headphones.
On this episode of Royce getting banned from the gym.
It always happens. Alright, Wolf, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. This dwarf got his wish. He got a golden goose, named Parcheesi. And Meridian went in after. Meridian was given a task by this hag, who asked for something potentially worrying, but offered in return the memory that was stolen from him in hell. He took the deal, had his memory returned to him, and told the hag that he would not attempt to slay her, and in fact warned her of quests being sent out to go slay and harvest her for parts. We ended the session with you coming out, telling the group that there would be no combat today, at least on that front. And then Geo walked in, and the door shut behind him. And I am going to really quickly transfer from my phone to my laptop.
And that was the day we never saw Geo again. He went in and never came out.
All right.
And Geo
Wait,
became Stu.
If we do leave Geo with the hag, we should be at least getting paid for it. Come on now, he's worth something. I expect at least a copper piece.
And y'all had a delicious frog bake after with this hag.
Mm-hmm.
Are we
Got
gonna
to
get
do
high
more
off
frog
Geo's
drugs.
poisons again?
When Froggy the fuck? How do you find these things?
My man, don't ask about what I'm searching up. That's something we'll never share.
That is a loaded question. I don't even want the answer to that, and I have enough cursed knowledge.
Oh, delicious. Oh, yummy frogs. Oh, yummy,
Yummy
yummy.
frogs.
Oh, yummy Geo.
I'm delicious.
You don't want to be delicious.
Oh, it's Boggy. Oh, I love Boggy the froggy.
Bold. I
Buggy,
want
my
him back.
beloved.
I want him back. I need a familiar.
Ah, that's an emotional support frog if I've ever seen one.
Santo
Oh,
needs
look at those eyes. Those eyes scream trust.
Santo needs an emotional support frog.
Nevertheless, we return to the scene. The rest of you standing, knowing it's the middle of the day, but in this swamp that is dark as the night, with little clouds of fireflies here and there, lighting the surrounding area. You guys are standing on these docks, above the kind of pooled swamp water below you guys. You hear these swamp creatures, different crickets and frogs, going in the just in the background. And Geo, you enter this hut. You see the same scene. Walls lined with different shelves and tables with some alchemical equipment, sort of, but more primordial. Many jars and vials and different containers full of weird, strange liquids, some opaque, some translucent. You see different body parts, both humanoid and monster, floating in these liquids. And you see the cauldron bubbling in the center. The ritual just past that on the far wall, and the shrine behind it with the painting of the three hags. And that is all you see. What would you do as the door slams shut behind you?
I'd probably just start walking in calmly. I'm not going to get jumpy since Meridian said we're not killing her, so following orders there. And I'll just say, well, I guess we can't do that. I'm going to be worried for Jurgen, but his fault for not being more informed.
How
Oh.
generous of you.
Not generous. I just don't want to piss off my friend. And if you're that nice to help someone else, then you can't be truly evil.
What do you want, Frog?
I may have done something that thus far has earned me nothing good. And I don't know what I made a deal with, and was hoping maybe you would.
You wish to know what you made a deal with. And
I know
what do you have to offer in return?
Currently, probably nothing of value to you. You don't seem in the vein of taking more than what one can offer.
I'm not
But
foolish enough to believe that you have nothing to offer. Even the poorest who visit me have something. Make me an offer or leave.
I can offer the information I have on the Astral Sea if you don't have any.
Information is important, but on such a broad subject, it's not something I need.
Specifically, I may be able to give you information on where the body of a dead god lies.
You and spreading information about dead gods.
Now that is interesting. Okay. How about this? I will inform you of who you've made a deal with. If you give me that information, where this dead god lies in the astral plane, and you give me the boon that allows you to travel there.
I'd rather not give that up, because that's a good way for me to get out of problems in a pinch.
Then you have nothing to offer me, and you were correct all along.
Guess not.
The door opens.
And Gio will walk out. Thank you for everything, though. Your hospitality was nice.
Get out.
And Gio steps out.
You just got like a Tinder date exit, man. You
I'm
went
not
over
giving up
to
that.
her place and it didn't work out, and she kicked your
Dude,
ass out.
She had like no expectations, yet you still failed them.
She expected something. I just wasn't willing to give that something.
Alright, it is canonical that Gio has turned down a hag for giving her the dick. Alright. Good man, Gio. We all have a type.
The door, after closing behind Gio for just a few moments, creaks open again.
Yo, Santo, you should go next, man.
No.
I'm just out of character.
No.
Gio's actually gonna look at Santa and be like, she might be able to do something about what that other hag did.
Not interested.
I was just gonna kind of look at Gio and go, are you making deals with hags? Didn't this go badly last time?
That's why I'm not going in.
Fair.
I mean, unless you're giving her the promise of your like chastity, my man, I don't recommend you be making deals with hags. They always want your firstborn, and then when you don't have one, they get really upset about it and start nagging you. Worst case scenario, they make you make them a firstborn with them, and that's even worse, I've heard.
Okay. Well,
No?
I guess the other thing to do is to go start tracking the Yeti, yes?
I mean, as far as it goes, we had to kill a hag. I assume we have to bring back proof of some sort. Is there...
Parts were what was wanted. It's within the contract.
What was the specific parts?
Gio will hand off the contract to L. Johnson, and I don't remember right now. I'm looking through my
I
notes to
can't
find it
remember
too.
if this was like a contract that we got to keep as paper, or if when we accepted it, kind of was one of those contracts that kind of just went like.
Yep, you didn't get a...
Oh, we don't have paper of it. Crap.
Just remember that he accepted it by tearing it in half and it burned.
So
Gio shrugged.
You don't know the parts.
Yeah, well, we don't have the wizard who agreed to the parts that we were supposed to take.
I know for the Yeti we need most of the alchemical parts from it, but
Well, to be fair, if we just bring the body.
So we need... You guys don't remember at all what parts. That we came all this way, got our asses kicked by a assumed to be god, and watched as our dear leader here got molested by a deer corpse. And you don't remember the parts we need. Elle's just gonna sigh and turn and walking back up the fucking hill towards that cave.
By the way, Wolf, is Jurgen ever gonna come back or not?
He's at this point, he's transitioned into a new job.
Fair.
So he is pretty much in the same boat as Tren, which means he can come in, play an NPC, if he's ever available. But otherwise, he won't be like a full character in this campaign until his schedule gets worked out. Which, who knows when or if that'll be.
Yeah, alright, I gotcha.
Life always comes before D&D. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, I was just curious.
It's just a bummer it couldn't work out.
Yep.
All right. Hell starts marching back up the mountain.
At least we
Geo's
Yeah,
following
have an
us,
issue killing a freaking Yeti.
Gonna be a Fey Yeti.
Fuck.
When Meridian says this, I'm gonna that little hand drum that I have floating around. I'm gonna make sure to run it into the back of his head.
That was sarcasm!
Yeah, well, we just got our asses kicked by a god and almost died for it. I'm not in the mood for sarcasm. Don't even remember the parts so we can deal with the problem. At least
Well,
you could have done
we
is
could also
sold your
just bring the
soul for
body.
the memories of that.
Well,
sucks
there
to
was
suck, I
also
guess.
there was also no time limit, so Jurgen can go find a hag and get the parts himself. He's
Yeah,
a
Bjorn can do it
capable wizard.
himself for at least that.
Well, if that's the mentality, then why are we taking on the rest of the quest?
Honestly,
I
thought you
because
guys
if we
wanted to
turn
do
that
it.
one in, if we turn that one in, we get the money, not him.
No, I think he's...
Are you sure they were two separate quests?
Yes.
Yeah, they were two separate.
They were two separate
Contracts.
papers he had.
Sure. All right. Where's this Yeti? And do any of us have a map out of curiosity?
We do have, I believe, circled.
We have a map and we did. Wolf circled on it where it was.
Yeah. Okay. I remember you pinned it. I just didn't remember if one of our characters was still carrying a map or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the Yeti was just up the mountain range further.
Yeah.
It was further through the mountain range, but it was where you guys went, like, kind of north by northwest. It was more northeast from Jotunfell.
Yeah. All right, Meridian, you're leading us. So.
Yep. Alright. Let's get a move on.
All right. Who wants to roll for our next
Not it.
day of travel?
I haven't rolled yet.
Amazing. Chasten, you could roll.
Yeah, roll a D100, my man.
How bad will this go?
Give me 100.
69.
Roll a 100.
Yes.
69?
Roll
Like
100.
legitimately 69?
Nice.
It's in D&D Beyond. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the rolls. He did roll a 69.
Yay!
Nice.
God damn it.
Fucking hell.
Haha, funny number.
Shut up.
We come
Santa
across...
Is it too late to sell Geo to the hag? Like, I'm just saying, guys.
Sell
don't
the
tell me.
slaver race.
Sell
I
the
hope
guy
you
with
guys
no skull.
don't
Got it.
No, I don't think they want Geo with how quick he got kicked out of that room.
The first hag to ever let you.
You guys start making your way through this mountain range, and I want to ask, I'm going to actually screen share this just so I can get a good idea of what route you guys are taking.
Oh, let Meridian decide it. He's gonna be the one pointing the way.
Yeah, so would you like to go back through this mountain pass that cuts through here, through this forest, across this river, and, like, back up into the mountains where the Yeti is over here? Or would you like to trek up into the mountains and kind of move through them, which is a harder hike, but more direct route than going all the way through the pass, down off the mountain through the forest and back up. And it also involves crossing a river.
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, that the area we're gonna have to pass through with the forest is also that, air quote, dragon breeding ground that,
Yes.
L
Yeah.
so, perceived. So, to be fair, I think Meridian would be like, Mountain Pass, bunch of dragons. Mountain Pass, bunch of dragons, possibly. I feel like with the information that he has, the Mountain Pass seems to be this better option.
All right. Awesome. So you'll take part of the mountain pass up, and then go off path and start hiking, through, again, non-pathed terrain up the mountain and through this range. All right. Sweet. Don't worry about that.
Along the way, Elle is going to finally ask Meridian about the mace.
Okay.
I am kind of curious about the mace you carry.
Oh yeah, I died in hell. Well, I think I died. And then like these 3 people appeared in front of me, and I assume is to be some kind of dreamscape or something, some way of communicating with me, and they were like, "Hey, yo, well, they all offered me a deal." And at that time, the man who gave me this mace, to me, was the best offer.
You know that that's the mace of champions of, the 9 hells, correct?
Well, I expected it was devilish in nature for sure, but I kind of didn't want to die.
You do understand, though, the fact that means that you are in every which way the essence of evil on this world at this point. I mean, you're servant as a champion, and I'm guessing that you've been chosen for it through a pact.
I suppose, but I'm not evil.
Have you considered what'll happen the time that the person who gave you this mace will call upon your favor?
I know it'll happen one day, but he's already told me that he won't make me do anything that I wouldn't want to do that goes against my morals, my code.
I'll leave it at that.
All right. On this day of travel, you start heading back up through the mountain pass. It is a rough day. The snow starts falling hard, especially as you grow in elevation. The pass itself starts to fill with snow, and it makes travel a lot more difficult. You guys didn't get any mountain climbing gear or snowshoes or anything like that before you left. So you have whatever you have in your adventurers packs, which are probably pythons, rope, and a hammer to hammer in the pythons, and that's about it as far as climbing materials. So it's a difficult hike. You only have about 2/3 to a half of a day before the sun drops again. And as you reach the point in this mountain pass where you start kind of getting off path and start climbing this mountain, you do see a cave a few hundred feet away. As the snow is starting to blow harder and harder, just fully sideways, threatening to blow you off the mountain. You see a cave with firelight coming from the inside.
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
Hey, it's Bane again!
I swear to God, if it's that
You
man
want me
again.
to run up and check first?
Oh yeah, let's let the race that's apparently known for enslaving people pop in suddenly, and not scare the shit out of some poor merchant. That sounds like a great idea.
Actually,
do
thus
it.
far, not many people
I
in this
mean,
part
to
of the
be
continent
fair.
know about me.
That's
Know
more
about my race
concerning.
either. So,
I'll go walking.
We are a bunch of armed individuals in full plate. If this is anybody but an adventure, we are going to scare them to near death. I'm giving you guys a heads up
Geo
now.
looks at himself, barely armored, looking like just a weird traveler.
You're a frog.
I literally carry the Mace of Satan,
Probe.
you know.
You are a frog. You are not gonna argue your way out of this. I say yeah. Let Santo lead. He looks the most normal of the lot of us.
I'm just wearing holy robes and medical gloves.
Man, got the blue disposable.
We will follow around him and pretend to be his bodyguard for the time being. It'll make it look a little more realistic. Meridian, take up the head of the bodyguard group. Geo and I will
Yep.
stand in the back.
All right. You guys start heading forward with Santo in the lead. How far ahead of the group are you getting, like, in front of them? Santo.
Santo just want to mute.
Oh.
I mean, I would expect to be walking side by side with Santo, anyways.
Okay. So Devil Armor Man is walking next to
Holy Man.
Doctor Man.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like a yin and yang thing. We balance each other
I'm
out.
gonna take my blanket out of my adventurers pack as we're kind of starting to walk up there and wrap it around his mace.
Okay. He is wearing this black and red.
That's
and,
fine. He just
gold,
looks like an
My
intimidating. We'll just
infernal
say
plate armor.
no. We just if anybody asks, he's just an edgy mercenary leader. He was really into the scene as a young man. He wanted that devilish armor. It's custom
do
made.
have I do
But the Mace
have,
of
like,
Satan is a problem. So
I mean, I have a coat. I could cover it up somewhat.
I'm wrapping his mace in the blanket.
Much obliged.
Geo's gonna do what he has been doing when he's first entering a city. He's gonna make sure he can't be seen with his froggy features and hood down a bit extra. More
Be
wrapped
more
up in
suspicious,
cloak.
why don't you?
If he's walking with me, he looks like a wizard. I'm fine with it.
Yeah. You guys start approaching this cave. The rest of you, it's difficult to make out or hear anything, especially over the howling winds in this elevation of the mountains. But Santo, you guys are about 100 feet away. You can't see far into the cave. It's a little above you, in elevation, so you can't really see what's going on in there. You see shadows moving, and you hear a woman screaming.
Santo will just say, "Oh no," and start running.
And that is cue for all of us to run.
All right, Santo, you start running. Everyone starts running behind you.
I'm gonna cast message pointing wherever the voice came and see if I can contact any, or if I can get any pings off of it.
What is the range on your
120
message?
feet.
All right. What do you message?
Run towards us, whatever direction we are from the cave. I assume south.
Run
of it.
towards the entrance of the cave.
Well, like whatever direction we are from the cave, I would try and reference. So if we're south based on the map, then south.
Don't you need to have been able to
you-
see the
you would be
person
west.
to message them?
West. So yeah, I have to be able to see them within the range. That's why I'm seeing if it is actually someone.
Oh, gotcha. Wait, you do have to be
You
able
have to
see them.
point your
too?
finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message to target, and only the target hears the message
Right.
and can reply. That's all it says.
So-
It can be cast.
Yeah, so you don't
cast
have
through
to
solid
see it.
objects.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you do have to just point in that direction. So you still can ping them this message.
Okay.
You don't get any response in your head,
I'm gonna
but you do feel it connect.
Okay.
Nevertheless, you guys hoof running up this mountain. Santo, you reach the cave entrance first, and you see the disturbing scene in front of you. shadows cast by this huge bonfire far back in the cave, you see a woman looking frantic, eyes wide towards you, naked on her back, as she goes, "Oh, a holy man. Well, please come, tell me, I have a wound." She spreads her
Oh,
legs
boy.
and says, "How would I stop this up?" You see, there is a full orgy going on in here.
What? Hold up. What? No.
There is a full orgy
Now is it
going on in
evil?
this
Orgy
cave.
game.
Most of them are elves. Some are half elves. You see a couple humans, and you see one lone, just beefed out Goliath in the center of all of them. Not really doing anything right now, just kind of basking in the heat of the fire and watching.
Santo, how do you respond? You're the one who's seeing this, not us.
Yeah, Santo, you see this first. The rest of the group runs up. I mean, I assume weapons drawn.
Gio's got
you
his
see
fists
Santo
ready
just
through the
stop
cloak.
at the mouth of the cave, and you all see this scene in front of you. You see the Goliath man stands from this like makeshift wooden throne that he's sitting on. I mean, fully naked. Looks like he has a halfling between his legs. And he he looks at all of you at the mouth of the cave and goes, "Ah, friends, join us."
No.
I'm gonna elbow.
Gio's gonna mumble to himself. I heard legends of 40GK from
Now-
the captain. I didn't believe him.
This was clicked on earlier. Santo has a vow of celibacy. He's not.
Listen,
I'm
if
an
I was
elbow.
offered like to do the deed with freaking Tiamat and I refused, I don't know.
I think that was just good sense. I don't think that has anything to do.
mean,
I don't even think it's gonna work between me and anybody else. I'm
You also
toxic.
offered to do it with Asmodeus in a polymorphed woman form.
I am full on just gonna elbow Meridian and go, "Sacred flame." And I'm just gonna with a big smile on my face, knowing that I'm saying that I'm joking.
Are all of you just
I don't
staring?
want to be here.
Gio's
shaking
turning
his head
around and
back.
giving me
Just-
privacy.
Wait.
Just staring in both confusion and just.
No,
As they
I'm
leave,
walking back to the entrance.
no, as they leave,
I've walked in on other things like this. I'm just turning around going, no thanks.
You know, I mean, you've been to hell once. I mean, you've kind of seen everything, you know?
I'm gonna look at the Goliath and go, "Seen any Yetis around here? Like actual Yetis, not like sexually implied Yetis."
Not hairy white men.
I look at him as I am a hairy white man.
You almost had me excited there. If you do not wish to join us, friends, you need not leave. We'll be done in an hour or so.
No,
Oh, boy.
no. We have a few members here that are a little more squeamish with this sort of thing. Just the question I asked: have you seen a Yeti around here? And I'm gonna give the description that they gave me from when they were talking about it originally.
Right, well, there are plenty of roving bands of Yetis that come through these mountains, but I haven't seen one in these parts that matches that description. Further east, I've heard that there was one, a pack leader, if you will, similar to that was causing trouble, but we generally stay out of those areas.
And just
As you can tell, we prefer loving over fighting.
While I watch my companions continue walking on, I'm gonna be like, and just as a last quick question, you're not like a were yeti or something like that, right? Like, I need you to be honest with me. If you're gonna,
Gio's
I'm immediately
not
gonna
walking
cast
away.
Zone of Truth.
You have to get close enough to him. You want to like step through the orgy to.
I fully
get
will step through the orgy.
Gio's just
God.
made the mouth of the cave for him. He's gonna
Uh,
turn around and watch this questioning at this point. These
the
people
rest of
don't
you
seem to
leave
care about
the
privacy.
cave. Santo and Meridian a little shaken. Geo just watching with a camcorder in the background.
Gio's just there staring. His bright eyes are very slow, just gazing across this. Heard of this. My captain told me about it.
I mean, it's not like I'm no stranger to debauchery, but
nasty.
it's just like, you know, the whole orgy thing.
Hey,
It's
when
not
you
my
are an
style.
astral sea pirate, you do astral sea pirate things.
You are 3 years old.
You know, he's got a
I'm an
point.
adult.
You step over tangled bodies, get bumped a couple times, sweat covering your now soiled armor.
It's alright.
But you do get close enough to this emasculating large Goliath man.
Yeah, I'm 6'5", 300 pounds. Is he
Yeah.
bigger than me still? Shit.
He's almost 8 feet tall.
Gio, don't get fucked. I
again,
can't save you.
halfling between his legs.
Gio, if he wants you, I'm leaving you here. I'm promising you that right now. I'm just gonna whisper that into a message in the background.
If he wants you, he's getting you.
And I will add on to that. If he
I don't know how
wants
many
me,
people
I'm
want
throwing
the
you at
poison.
him.
I don't know if
You
anyone
cast
wants
Zone of Truth. Is that a charisma save?
Yes.
Well, charisma is what he's best at.
Same. I'm both a bard and cleric. I will fucking. We can go.
He's also a cleric. Watch.
Fucking. I hope not.
Roll to seduce.
You feel your spell wash over him, and as he feels it, there's initial resistance, and you understand through your own spell casting that if he wanted to shrug this off, he absolutely would have, but he gives in to it. He allows it to take effect on him.
Alright. I will re-ask my question again.
He goes, "No, I am not a were-yeti, and I have no intention of harming you or your party."
Alright. Second question. Are you a god of some sort that's gonna try and throw me across the cave? And I mean literal sense, not in the. I'm not into your fantasy or ego. It's been a long
I was
week.
gonna say, I fucking wish.
It has been a long week, and we have had a really rough journey. So I just need you to be straight with me on this one. You're not
I
a god.
am no god.
Thank you. And I turn and I walk out.
Thank you for the offer. Bye.
Alright.
What?
Gio just gives him a friendly wave and leaves as he leaves.
Their offer to join.
I'm gonna message Gio again and say again, if he wants you, I'm leaving you here.
I can run faster than you.
What's your name, frog?
Name's Gio.
Oh boy.
Have fun.
I'm gonna send a message to the Goliath and say, yeah, he's got a thing for bigger men, and then I'm just gonna cut the message. I don't want a response. I'm just gonna keep walking.
You hear as he sits back in his throne, he not even to you, but he's so powerfully built, and his chest and lungs and vocal cords are so massive that when he mumbles to himself, "I've never fucked a grung before," all of you can hear that as it echoes out of the cave,
I'm just gonna look at
and you
Gio.
guys leave.
Gio is with you. He's walking with you.
I'm
again.
just gonna look at Gio and look back at the cave and start kind of jogging to catch up.
Geo, watch yourself.
Gio is going to sprint ahead and catch up with Santo.
I'm full fucking calling it. He is a high level bard that used that fucking mass hypnosis spell.
Mass suggestion.
Yeah. I am not getting into the middle of that. Nope.
If we ever run into him again, Gio's gonna bring up. Have you ever met someone named Grist?
God. You and your conversations, Gio.
They can get worse.
I know they can.
I'm gonna look at Meridian and let him know he wasn't a god. Thankfully this time.
Think what?
I said he's not a god. Thankfully.
Thank my God.
He wasn't a god, thank God.
I wouldn't. I will tell you. I made it very clear that we were looking for a were Yeti. He said he let the zone of truth go off. He's not a Yeti. That's the good news. They also don't seem to have any information that we're looking for.
I guess we just keep heading east.
We'll keep heading towards where the cave location is. Let's try there first, then we'll follow up on his thing, because he may not know of it, because it may not come down here due to them having sex in the cave. I don't know about you.
Here's the thing. At this point, the sun is down. It is fully night. You are in the middle of a winter storm on the side of a mountain.
Hey, we got Mulder.
Anyone?
Because otherwise I'm casting spare the dying, and y'all myself, y'all fuckers are on your own at this point. I'm
Gio
not going
just
to that
smiled.
cave.
I'll be fine.
I am not going to that cave.
Well, they
I'm
said
just
they'd be
gonna
done in a
use
few
the
hours.
heat of my mace to keep me warm.
That is an incubus waiting to happen. Someone's gonna get seduced into a fucking deal, and I am not selling
we
my
could
soul.
stay with the orgy people.
You know,
You're about 100 feet away from the cave. It looks warm
Nope.
and safe.
You know what also looks warm? Hell. Hell looks warm this time of year.
No,
I'd rather
no,
go
it
there.
doesn't.
Warm,
Look
hell
warm.
is hot.
Hell looks like a volcano. That's not warm. That is death.
I will set your fucking mace on fire and see if we can summon a hell portal before I go in that fucking cave with them. No, that is an incubus situation, and I'm not losing my soul.
Is there any other caves nearby that we can see?
Roll a perception check. With disadvantage, because it is real difficult to see in this storm.
Sure. That is a 7 at disadvantage.
A 7?
Yep.
No, you don't see shit. You're having trouble. Even though the cold isn't really getting to you, the snow and sleet that's coming down literally
I'm being
like
pelted.
horizontally is stinging any tiny little point of like skin that is still open to the elements and not bundled up. You're having trouble seeing without your eyes stinging against the cold of the wind. It is difficult to see anything here.
Well, bundling myself back up in my cloak and going, okay, can't see shit. Santo, find a different cave since they don't want to go back to Orgy Cave.
I'm just gonna light my my mace up. I mean, it gives me 40 feet of bright light and an additional 40 feet of dim light on top of that.
Absolutely. And this storm, that is halved.
That's fair, but it's still light.
I'm gonna kind of fall back to the back of the party a little bit, so that way I'm behind them just a few feet. And I'm gonna cast light on my mace as well.
Nice.
All right.
Alright, also, just as a question, I know, of course, it doesn't like say on armor, but since essentially my armor's infused with hell energy, is it warm at all? Or is it, just metal
Nope.
armor?
It is metal armor, and it is fucking freezing. Like, you do...
Yeah.
It's not like you're just wearing plate armor on your skin. You have under, like, garments and like leathers beneath it, but there are small points of exposed skin that every now and then the metal does touch, and it freezes to your skin, and you have to like carefully pull it away and cover it back up,
Yeah, I gotcha.
there are a couple points where you pull a little skin off.
El is
That
cranky
is
that
fine.
he can't light his cigars in this weather.
Yeah, you. You go
you want to
use
light
a
off my mace?
holy flame, covering the cigar as best you can. And I mean, while it's in the flame, you can get a couple puffs, but as soon as you like pull it away and it's back in the wind, it immediately just like ashes and goes out.
I'm gonna look at Meridian and go, next time we pick somewhere warmer, like a vacation beach.
Trust me, I'd rather be sailing on the sea. You have no
I-
idea.
I'd prefer anywhere other than this. I'm not built for cold.
You were the
Alright.
one who was there accepting this quest. I don't want to hear you complain.
So we're looking for a Yeti in a snowstorm. This is worse than a needle in a haystack. Santo, you got anything that you can cast to find us a cave somewhere?
There's a cave with people having
Meridian,
sexy
I
fun
will
time.
send a message to him and tell him you have a CDC fetish, and I swear to God we will leave you here. For those who don't know what that is, don't look it up.
Oh boy.
Do not.
But I
we
swear to
could-
God.
But I'd like to cast Lehman's tiny hut.
Thank you.
Amazing.
God.
Wait, where did you get? Oh,
It's from the class.
It's yeah, from the subclass.
I don't have a choice. I have to have it.
Yeah, no. Hey, I dig it. I was like, where the fuck did you get that? Fucking wizard.
So it takes a minute of casting, and then suddenly I just have a little hut to sit in. It is big enough for everyone. Big enough for 9 creatures of medium or smaller.
Absolutely. You see, what do you like? What color do you make it as? You
Well,
create
from what I
this
understand, it's less a
in the-
hut. It's less a hut and just a dome of energy.
Yeah, it's a dome of, not glowing. It's like opaque matte energy that you can
I'll make like a little
set
dark
a color
gold,
for.
a little dark gold barrier.
Dark gold. Gotcha.
Santa's like,
Alright.
hold on, I got this.
Like a matte gold.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm following Santo in immediately.
And
Oh,
Geo is
snap.
mean
Oh,
as
it just extends around you guys because it's a little
Oh, okay.
10 foot in each direction. So it's
Alright.
like 20.
Everybody, huddle around the mace.
No, I'm gonna immediately sit down. I'm gonna take out my little tinder box. And oh shit, do I have?
There's probably a lot of wet shit around here. I don't know how...
No, everything in the dome becomes comfortable and dry.
Oh, okay.
It's become like, I think it's like a comfortable 70 degrees or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Now, my question is, how many feet of snow were there before you put this dome on?
Yes.
No, my real question is, when are we gonna get this counter spell that a fucking Yeti's gonna bite our ass while we're sleeping?
It's
Let's-
dry.
All right. Are you guys taking watches, or are you all sleeping
Oh, L's taking first watch.
together in the dome? All right.
I'll take gold. Yeah.
I'll take last watch.
All of you roll perception checks with disadvantage.
Oh, it
as
evens
the
out.
storm blows through the night.
Yay, my lowest was a 10.
My lowest was a 16. It's 21.
13 for Meridian.
Man, that 20 would have been great.
I got a nat 1 and still got a 14.
Fuck you. Can I just say, I hate the fact that he got that. I want that. I'm the one who rolled for it.
I want that.
I rolled it for him. I deserve it. I'm the only cleric. I'm the better cleric of the group. Come on.
Hey.
My
Sancho's the
healing
best
spells
player.
would be fucking ridiculous.
Whoa.
Sancho's healing spells would be ridiculous if I didn't fuck up.
Exactly. He's useless
That was
other,
a-
without those healing
that was-
spells.
that was
for
a-
what
Yeah.
it is.
That would have been amazing.
I like how Cameron. I like how you instantly put yourself to the blame.
At least he knows.
You were gonna blame me anyways,
I
so let's get
was.
real here.
Yeah. I
Might
was.
as well steer into the skid.
May as well just turn right when I'm trying to go left here. Come on.
All right. I caught everyone's rolls except Santa's. Was it something insane?
No, 14. I rolled in that one.
What the fuck? Oh
Yeah.
shit. Alright, yeah, none of you see shit throughout the night. You
Ow.
do notice, who's on the last watch?
That was Geo.
Yeah.
Geo?
Yeah, that was me with my 14.
What did you roll?
With my 10. My 10.
Okay. Never mind.
I have a pass with 15,
Does he
but I
see?
rolled
Does he
10.
still see snow by that point? Just out of curiosity.
Was it
Oh,
still coming
yeah.
down hard?
Okay, want to make
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Slow down. Ugh.
It snows all through the night. And again, the walls of this dome are opaque. You can't really see through them.
They're transparent from the inside.
Oh, they are. Oh,
Yes.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why
So you
Zilpip
can
used
watch
it.
from the inside.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
I remember now.
So anything
Oh,
else?
one sec.
Nah, man, I'm fully calling it right now. We're gonna see that fucking Goliath come back.
I'm glad because this level up, I am now the traveling house as well.
I'm just waiting for the Yeti to actually just be waiting right there.
Yeah.
It's right outside the dome. We just don't see it.
Let me make sure.
Hiding in the snow.
It's sitting there smoking a doobie.
Listen, don't take my thing, Cameron. I swear to God.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be a peaceful Yeti.
No, it's smoking a pipe.
The next time, I'm leaving Geo in the fucking orgy. I'm letting you know this now.
I don't think that's going to work. I am Frog.
You're also poisonous.
He was also curious.
Bestiality kinks exist.
You don't think in
I
the
don't
world
know.
of D&D, someone was like, as a human, was like, I wonder it'd be like the fucking Owlin.
Yeah, exactly.
Frogusy.
Okay.
Hunter.
The Frussy.
You know,
Hunter.
Cook, we had a step that we didn't cross, and you just went up those stairs
I
fully.
think what the fuck, Meridian?
Revolt.
What's up? What'd you say, Chester?
If that's not a WTF roll, I'm gonna revolt.
I mean, I don't know if Wolf heard
Well,
it.
what the fuck, Geo?
What wasn't even me that said it?
No, it was my fault. It was a what the fuck me moment.
Yeah, it was Hunter. What?
Oh,
No.
all I heard was someone say that a what the fuck roll had to be made.
Cook said
Was it
something.
really that shitty for me to assume that it was Cameron?
No.
He said something I'm not even willing to repeat. That is how bad it was.
I will.
I mean,
Repeat it?
I
he said
just so
Fergusi, and it was
Frogusy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, roll
yeah.
what the fuck.
Yeah, I understand. Alright, let's see. Alright. It's not a natural 20, not a natural 1, and it's not a 3 either, so we're good.
What you
Got you. Okay.
I have 3 things that can happen to me.
You do.
I'm more likely for something to happen.
One of these days, he's gonna roll a 3, and Meridian's just gonna vanish from our eyes.
To Panama.
Yeah, no shit. Alright.
Buddy, like,
The end of the night comes, people start waking up one by one from your long rests that you do receive. L, you get a message sent to you from Aldelier.
Oh shit. Uh-huh. Are you typing it?
Hey, L. I guess I must have missed you before you guys left this morning. I was looking forward to having breakfast with y'all. Anyway, let me know how things go on your adventure.
Wait a minute.
been gone for like, what, 2-3 days now?
Yeah, that's why I'm concerned. Wait a minute.
L doesn't say anything to the group.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you respond to the sending?
I do. It is sending. Okay. And he will say, we found the hag and something that was calling our group the group's leader, little brother, and kept trying to get him to hit him. We assume it was some sort of demon or fiend or something of sort, because Zone of Truth did work on him and Holy Water injured him. Do with that what you will. Hopefully the dragons didn't attack you, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, you receive another sending fucking immediately.
Oh shit.
What?
What the fuck? What dragons? Also, how did you already reach the hag? Did you teleport? And that's the end of the message.
Oh, not again, boys.
Woo! Yeah, something wrong happened.
Can I roll to see if there's an illusion going on, like a mass illusion going around us, or if we're under some sort of mind control? Because I am a bard. I mean, I know these spells exist.
Absolutely. Roll an investigation check.
You know, it would have been. That's better than what I thought you were gonna ask for. That's a 22. Now, suddenly my rolls are good. All right. Oh, oops.
22. You stand up straight, look around. Something wrong here. There's got to be something wrong here. No illusion. You don't feel any presences in your mind. You've worked hard over the years to clear the ones that ever really did enter. And you know what it feels like when there is something taking hold over your psyche, and at this moment, it's just silent. There's nothing.
Els, when he gets before he went to after his watch, and before he went to bed, he would have taken his armor off, set to the side, and sat down and kneeled for about an hour before going to sleep. But after kind of getting this and putting on my gear, I'm just gonna look at the rest of the group and go, I'm still concerned about those dragons that we saw that could have been heading that way. The Yeti isn't our responsibility, as you mentioned. It was taken on by your friend. I think it wouldn't hurt to instead turn back and see what's going on, especially with whatever that man was in the area that beat the living crap out of us. I look at Meridian specifically when saying that. I think it'd be a good idea we head
I'll
back.
leave it up to the whole party.
I'm good with going back. We could actually get some climbing equipment and possibly some dry tinder to carry with us if we're going to come back up here and kill it. There isn't a rush to kill this.
Yeah, I'd like to make sure the town's alright.
Just thinking about, there's something that's got my attention. I'm curious and I want to investigate.
Sure,
Right.
yeah.
As you guys are talking about this, within the comfort of the dome, Santo, the duration is 8 hours, right?
Yes.
One long's restful.
The dome, vanishes. The magical heating that came with it vanishes.
Fuck.
But you're not hit by instant winds. You look around, and you are in a dome of ice and snow.
We got an igloo, boys.
You are in a perfectly semicircle shaped dome that has formed around you guys over the course of the night, and none of you were able to see that it fully buried you in the storm. You weren't able to discern just like
Moving
black
snow from
night and storm from
buried
the
alive.
snow that covered the light.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame straight up above us.
I'm gonna say that's a
Yeah.
bad idea.
I don't care.
You cast Sacred Flame straight up above you. The holy fire alights, and I mean, there is heat that comes from this fire. You know, it's not fire itself. That's just the form
Yes.
that the radiant light takes. It is like holy damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't burn away at the snow. It doesn't
No, the goal
melt
is to
it,
see,
not
see if it
efficiently.
impact it.
I mean, yeah, you can target like anything. You see a few like drops of water like fall down, but it's not like hot fire. It's like
Yeah, I
this
got
shit
you.
burns away at the soul kind of thing.
Look at the rest of them go. I'm out of ideas.
I'm gonna
I-
jump.
Actually,
Geo's gonna
question: how tall is the dome?
10 feet.
Before anyone does
Okay.
anything else, Gio raises his hand and goes, I think I have an idea.
Yeah.
Okay,
How hot can you make your mace?
it's on fire.
I mean, yeah, you can just kind of slowly melt the dome.
Now,
Try-
depending
Actually,
on
now that I think about it, I'm sorry. I'm a fucking moron. The diameter is 10 feet. It's 5 feet tall at its highest. It's a fucking half
can
dome. It's a circle.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can jump pretty high because of my boots. So I'm wondering if I could just, really how much feet could have gone from the snowstorm. I know it snowed a lot, but even so, I don't feel like it was enough from like the actuals to get 5 feet high. I mean, it's very possible. We'll see what happens. But I'm just wondering if there's literally just a dome of ice around it, but it's actually relatively lower outside of this dome. So I'm just gonna standing jump straight up, because I believe
All right.
these boots give me 3 times. Hold on, let me double check. Walking speed becomes 30 feet unless your walking speed is higher. You can jump 3 times your normal distance.
It wasn't your party. It was Fuka. It
Which
was him
3
alone.
If your regular high jump is 3 plus your strength modifier.
Yep. So 6 and 3 times 6.
True.
18 feet.
So I can
Very
jump
true.
18 feet into the air, standing jump.
All right. Give me a strength check to jump through the ice and packed snow.
17.
17. Yeah, you burst through the top, through this like layer of ice that surrounded you and has been keeping this dome intact, with you guys beneath it. And you, burst through. There are about 4 feet of snow that you leap through, before launching not quite as high as you generally can in the air
Resistance
because
and
you
all
were
that.
slowed, but you do land on the top of the snow. As you feel it collapse beneath you,
I'm
the
going to.
dome, now ruptured, collapses in on the party and they are buried alive.
God fucking damn it! Why does no one listen
It's
to me?
only 4 feet. You're tall enough. Well,
I am
Geo.
3.5 feet tall, motherfucker. This snow is
Uh,
deeper than me.
All told, you, like, from the center where the dome was tallest, to the top level, was about 4 feet. With the snow collapsing inwards, they have to dig through probably 6 or 7 feet of snow just to get to the top.
I know L's okay then. L's
You
pretty
know what?
tall.
I'm gonna say
Yeah, he
fuck
can
this.
just stand up.
I'm short. Help.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say fuck this.
I will pick up Santo.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
You were all relatively close together, anyways. You're all fine.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a lot. You're not at risk of dying. You just get really fucking cold as you're covered in
Yeah.
snow. And
Oh, except
you know how when you, like, just wake up, and then you have to, like, go outside in the winter, it's like, oh shit, it feels colder than it is. It's like that, and it's really uncomfortable.
Well, you're awake now. If you weren't
It's like-
before.
Geo's
Oh,
climbing
yeah,
out of that
this is
snow.
a good start to our day of hiking.
L's soaked cigar is taken out of his mouth and put away.
You know what? Geo has something for this, actually. He looks at the cigar and goes, wait a second.
No.
You know, Gio, it's been a while since you taken a soak in some water.
It's been about a day, actually, yeah. I am not
Mhm.
feeling great.
You want me to soak it, rub
not.
some snow into him? Is that what we do? I don't know how
I
you
have to
maintain
soak-
growing.
I have to soak in water for about an hour a day or else I start to dry out. The ring's keeping me
I don't
at
think
least
the
warm
free
right now.
cold helped you at all either.
I'm gonna pour some
Uh.
snow onto Gio. Just out of my hand.
Thanks. Let's get off this mountain. Before I climb on into somebody's armor and fill it with water.
What?
Yeah.
Look at Meridian confused.
This amphibian is not doing all right. This is
Nah, he is looking pretty ashy.
Yo,
you look pretty chapped, bro.
yo,
You
Santo,
changed.
you know that tiny hut? Is it carryable? Can we put him in it and fill it with water?
Well,
Spell.
liquids and stuff flow
The-
through it. It's not.
The tiny
Oh,
not
hut
a
is
bucket.
stationary.
I mean, I don't have the
And it's-
spell, so I wouldn't know.
It doesn't move.
And it's
Yeah.
not a bucket.
It's not a bucket?
Stuff would leak through,
Oh,
like the
gotcha.
bottom.
I mean, I got nothing else to help you with on that.
We'll be coming around the mountain.
We'll have to stop and set up somewhere for a little bit, but we'll be fine. Let's move.
I think if I
Let's see what
command
happens.
him to be moist, do you think that would work?
I don't know if
Command.
that's how that works.
Be
I mean,
wet.
You might just get him active in a
You
different way that we
get
don't
an
want to be.
answer that you don't want.
El just looks to Santo, kind of realizing he's the better of the two clerics with his high wisdom, and you're kind of waiting to see if he knows anything.
Cast
we just stop for
command and
camp-
say come.
No, this would be damp, God damn it, or moist.
It'd be
No, you
moist.
said wet.
You
Moist-
said
moist,
moist.
moist is different, alright?
I muted for
Skin
2
dampened.
seconds as his mom talked to me. What am I doing?
I'm just,
Nothing. Don't
Gio.
do it.
Wait, no, this would be a what the fuck L.
I'm not done it. No, that was a legit command. Fuck you. I was
Listen,
curious.
recommendations.
Be moist. It's
Listen,
not a legit command
It
by
is,
anyone but a
because it
bard.
doesn't-
Don't worry,
It's-
you didn't roll it.
Command
You're
is not
safe.
wish. It doesn't alter reality.
No.
It tells the person
Command
what
tells
to
them
do.
to do it. So if I tell him to be moist, he starts trying to make up a sweat. The assumption is that he is going to become moist.
Frogs
Fuck
don't
you.
have
It's
sweat
science.
glands.
The most I
that's
do is
put
getting
myself
rid
into
of
a
his
poison.
hydration, not giving it to
I
him.
have never seen a grung before in my life. I don't know how they work, and I don't think El would be the type of guy to study frogs. So.
I do technically, I remember this because I have it in my notes, have a ring of create and destroy water, so I
I mean,
can't
you need to
you do.
soak in it. You need to soak in it, though.
Yes.
We're currently in a very cold
We're traveling,
environment.
though,
It
and
can
I
be good for
couldn't-
you.
And the thing is, I couldn't use it last night because if I would have created water in there, the dome would have destroyed it.
Well, no, it would have flowed right through as Sento.
Even
pointed
if I
out.
would have dug a pit, the dome creates an area that's dry and temperate. I mean, the moment I create a puddle of water, it's going to start drying it up. I wouldn't have had the hour soak, irregardless.
Fair.
Vibe.
So when
So
we get
down
out
the
of the
mountain
area-
we go then, yes?
Yeah.
Back to Jotunfell.
Yeah, I'll swim in the river once we get low enough.
That sounds like a really bad idea for whatever's in these
Uh,
waters.
remember how the river has been...
Yeah.
Well, it's not like I can get a barrel for one of you guys to carry around to carry me in when things like this
We're
happen.
going back to town.
Yeah, and if there's something wrong at town, I don't want to be this tired.
Would you also rather go into the water where people have been disappearing and legit seasoned veteran fishermen and sailors have been like, fuck this, I'm out of here?
If I'm moving along beside you all, if something happens, I trust you to save me.
I'm wearing plate mail. I'm not going in that water.
I trust you to take the end of the rope that I hand you and yank me the fuck out.
Or walking you like a dog in the
Santo
river.
appreciates the trust.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Who wants to roll for your next day of travel?
If it's another fucking orgy, I swear to God.
You know what, Roy,
what,
you roll.
DM,
Let's
I
see if
think
you
you
get
should
the
roll a
right
D100.
I'm not the DM. That's
That
Wolf.
one never changes.
Royce, you
I'm
roll again.
willing
Come
to
on.
roll.
I think you should
69
roll
on
it.
every table will always be you guys meeting that group randomly having an orgy.
I'm gonna befriend them eventually.
96. I got the opposite.
96.
Reverse
Jesus.
69!
We are gonna
No
come
orgy in
across,
this one.
and we're gonna
We
come
meet them
across a
again.
reverse harem. Let's go.
Into hell and you find them.
He's like, what are you doing here? I don't know.
No,
They're
instead of an
Nicholas
orgy, it's just a book club.
counterparts.
It's just a book club.
God damn it.
What's the opposite of an orgy? I don't know. Church?
A
no,
Christian book club.
No, Christian debate club.
No, there you go.
There isn't
You see a
anything
whole
more
bunch of-
dry of a conversation than listening
we
to
find a
that.
whole bunch of like secret Serenade worshippers like in
Yeah,
the
guys,
woods.
we're gonna meet a party of Santos.
They're just arguing about the interpretations, one language to another, on which one's more accurate. I'm just waiting, and I'm not joining in on this. I'm leaving.
I will.
Geo's gonna actually
You
listen to
realize
this. This might erase his
in this
intelligence a little bit.
dialect.
This is a terrible idea.
We better not tell him what
Best idea.
what happened to me, because
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure your
Investigation.
mace is always wrapped in a blanket whenever we're walking.
I can keep it inside my coat.
My point still stands.
It
Beat
stays
someone
hidden.
with the blanket if you need to, but at the very least, it's less likely they're gonna pay attention to what you
What?
have.
When it's on fire, it's gonna burn through it.
And good for you. You're fireproof. What do you care? It's
I'm
just a
blanket
blanket.
not.
proof at all.
Well, we'll toss you in the river. Don't worry.
Oh boy.
No, he's supposed to be out of the river to pull me out of it.
All right, now, Gio, I don't want you thinking that this is some sort of fantasy where Meridian's gonna come to your savior, because I'm gonna be honest. We both know he's not.
I know most of you will probably leave me to die, but I choose to trust you all with my life. This is fine.
I
Santa
wouldn't
has the
leave-
water walking ring. He's the guy for the job.
I wouldn't leave you to die.
I said no, Santo. You're the exception.
I can't leave you to die, sadly.
I'm also probably not gonna leave you to die because I now, have morals again.
You sound
Alright.
depressed about this.
You guys start heading back down the mountain. Are you heading, like, in the direction of the mountain pass, or are you just, like, heading down the, like, the unpathed mountain that you may have to climb down?
The faster
Yeah, I was
road
gonna
is
ask
called
of
a
like
path.
how steep is this mountain to just go straight down into the forest? Is it like not exactly a steady
There-
decline, or am I talking like sheer surfaces?
There are steady declines and there are sheer surfaces that you'll have to legitimately, like, Python
Fell down.
climb down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which one?
At least, I would say, I know we want to go back to the town, but it's gonna be better for us if we just retrace our steps because we know that path and probably
That'll
won't have
take
as
us
much of a
less
difficulty.
time too this time since we're on our way back.
I don't know if it'll take. Yeah,
Climbing uphill is more tiring.
well,
might
we
be
know
able
our
to get-
path. We know what the path is. You just backtrack. Yeah, well, I think we'll just backtrack to a point where we can just go and follow a road again.
All right. You backtrack down towards the mountain pass where you know it's at least cut through the mountain and it's a well-traveled path. You reach it after just a few hours and start heading back towards the town.
We'll turn off my flaming mace at this point, since we're out of the high altitude mountains and their coldness.
Got you. It's still cold as balls.
Yeah.
You're just not constantly being buffeted by the winds.
Mhm.
There are winds that blow through the mountain pass, but not like anything too insane. On your travels, you reach the cave again. You see there's no elk hung up. It doesn't seem to have been touched or altered, or there seems to have been no sign of life coming through here since you guys. And you can all pass right through. And you keep going. You reach the end of the mountain pass, and this like steep decline off the mountain into the forest below. You see there is a good bit of lush forest, but you do see a rough semicircle of forest burned away off miles in the distance, where the dragon breeding ground is. And as you guys are coming down this road, you all see a chest
No.
lying in the middle of the road.
No.
Not touching it.
Not with a fucking pole, my man. I
Not
don't
even
care
thinking
even
about
if it's a legendary item. I'm gonna.
You know what?
I'm gonna nudge Gio and go like, you should go and toss it in the river.
Why?
We could,
You
we
know
could
what?
always throw a stick at it.
That's what I was gonna suggest. First off, I pull out one of my darts and can I just throw it at the chest?
No, now listen,
Yeah.
Gio. Okay.
I mean, if it's a
we
mimic,
could-
it's like a stab.
we could do this,
You
or we
see
could...
him pulling out a dart. You can say what you want to say before he throws it.
Listen, Gio. This could just be a chest, but it could also very well be a mimic.
What if it's another greed trap from that guy from before?
If it's a mimic, this'll hurt it, and then we can all run.
Now, what if this is a test from Garg to see if we would steal from a poor, unsuspecting chest?
wait. If we're worried it's a mimic, I can do something.
If it's a trick, if
Oh,
it's a
yeah?
test from Garg, what we do is we open it and we check for any identification, and if
I
we
have a
don't find any,
spell
we
that-
try to find the owner.
I have a spell that forces shape changers to change back to their original form.
That might be better than me wasting a dart.
Does a mimic have an original form?
Yes,
More
it's just no one's
flop?
ever seen it.
Oh,
I'd imagine it's
I
gonna
want
be
to see a mimic's original form, though.
Well,
That is a question.
But the chest, at the very least, is not its original form, so it'll change into something if it's a mimic.
It
Okay.
is. By the way, if it is a mimic, according to the monster manual, the original monster manual, on page 220, it is listed as a blob.
So there you go. It'll turn into a black
It's
inky
a
glob.
slime. Now that's not necessarily Wolf's definition. I'm just putting that out there. That is what the old D&D definition was. So, which is different. You know, I'm just pointing out what it could
It
be.
becomes a being of pure carnage and destruction.
It could just be a fucking.
It just becomes a massive
Could
fucking
be, could
key.
just be a trapped
I mean,
It could be
box.
like the Dark
anyways.
Souls. Anyways, I say
Well,
we
go
throw
ahead,
Geo
Santo.
at it.
Alright, Santo kind of rubs his hands and then casts Moonbeam.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's gonna deal damage too if it.
How much damage does it deal?
It only does damage if it's a creature.
Oh, gotcha.
So if it's not
Uh,
alive, do anything.
Yeah. No, you. You see the sun darkens a little bit as Santo closes his eyes and holds his holy symbol to cast this spell. You see one of the two moons is high in the sky right now. It is it's not the large white moon in the sky, it's the red moon, and it's about half full. And as the sun darkens, you see a beam of red light shoots down from the heavens from this red moon and
Garg sees that.
slams down into the chest with no effect.
Alright, well, it's not alive.
And now, if it's a test from Garg, we should probably take it with us to find its original owner.
If it was a test from Garg, he would have attacked Santo immediately for using moon power.
Who's Garg?
That's true.
Garg is a good friend of ours who told us to be good,
He also
We
hates
don't
the
wanna-
moon.
and
He's
he's
also
very
strong
big
enough
and
to cut
very
any of us in
dangerous.
half with a single swing, so...
I don't know.
He's also very big.
You guys just make deals with people left and.
Oh no, there was
We
no
didn't
deal.
make a deal.
He just
We just
sort of
met him.
sat and we just met him on the road, passed by.
He's
Very
just some
nice.
guy.
Very polite to
Alan
talk to.
just puts his hand to his face and just sighs.
Gio's gonna walk over to the chest now and take a look and see if it's locked.
I'm not touching it. I feel like
I
it's
believe that also happened right after we came back from hell. Something like
It
that.
did.
Oh, naturally, you know. So we should definitely. That's even better, you know. Creature
You know, my
found
common
after
sense-
hell.
My common sense and wisdom says not to touch it, but you know...
Gio's
My
not,
common
Gio's-
says let Geo touch it.
Can we be like 100 feet away from it before he does it, though? Just to be safe.
No, hold up. I want to be within 60 feet.
That way he can use message and tell you, I told you not to touch it.
No, that's 120 feet. 60 feet, so I can shoot it with something. If it tries to eat Geo, it'll be distracted.
I'll also be 60 away, because worst case, then I can catch spiritual weapon.
True.
Alright, I'm going up and touching it.
All right.
Just don't molest the box,
You-
Gio.
Everyone gets ready. You walk up to the box. Outstretch your hand. And touch it. Nothing happens.
Is it locked? I'm gonna push on the lid and see if it opens.
The lid does open. Give me a D10 roll.
This is such a fucking trap.
Oh.
That's a 6.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me a D6 roll.
That's
Chest
a
of many
3.
worlds.
That's a 3.
And into Pandemonium Geo.
I'm off to Pandemonium, everyone. I'll meditate there till I become a god.
Don't think, man, you're gonna be
I'm pretty sure you would die within like 10 minutes.
Probably.
You know, I was debating on taking the Find Trap spell. Really was sitting there, but I gave it up for prayer of healing.
Give me a D10 roll. If you roll a 10, roll again.
That's 5.
5.
Geo may have found treasure. Or death! What a
It's
way.
either gonna be gold or it's gonna explode.
You see a strange. It looks like a weird elongated icicle that has some rivets curling down it. It has some fur of some animal wrapped around it, and bound with leather cords, and the top of it is a massive glowing hunk of jagged ice. And
Geo's gonna stop for a second. Look back at Lion L. Johnson. Look at the item. Look at it, what he's carrying. Hey Johnson, we may have found you a weapon.
You think for a second I'm taking something from that chest? No, thank you, good sir.
Alright.
It is all you, Gio, and whatever smite needs to smite you smites you, because that is too. There's no
I
people
will
who just
pick it
leave
up
the
and
chest.
see. First, before I take it, is there any marks that anyone else owns this chest?
roll an investigation check.
You know it's gotta have fallen off of someone's like wagon or something.
Property
like
of Bane.
14.
It has a tag that says "Property of Bane."
Seriously?
Does?
No, I'm messing.
Oh,
No,
thank God! I was about to be like,
Ross
I gotta.
said that, so I was just repeating it.
It did.
What did you roll? 14, you said?
Yep. 14.
Hmm.
If there's no mark of ownership anywhere, I will hold it onto it for now until we find out if someone lost it.
There are no visible marks of ownership. There is marking on the chest. There isn't any like house sigil or anything. Do you read Primordial?
No!
Oh, boy.
No? Alright.
No, I only speak Common and Grung.
You see less letters and more like symbols on the chest. But you know it's some form of language.
I'm gonna
I
look.
have a-
Like, can anybody read this?
Hold on, I have a question, because isn't like Celestial and Infernal both split off languages of Primordial?
Depends who you ask.
Depends on the edition.
Okay, I guess it's because I mean I know both Celestial and Infernal.
I mean, even in this world, it depends who you ask. If you want to look at it and give me an intelligence check to try and find some meaning from this.
Yeah, because I know it's gonna be a stretch, but at least, I mean, like, I know both of them. I might as well. I mean, I'm not the smartest either. But we'll see. That is a 19.
19. There, as with many languages, just in general, there are a couple commonalities. but the only thing you can even maybe sort of decipher from all this symbology is maybe one of those words means power.
Alright, I'm getting one word out of this, and even that one word is a stretch. It might be power. It's this one right here. Might be power.
all right,
So,
I
Gio,
guess
I think you should grab it because you'll become power.
I look at him and I go, you know, let me take a look at this. Maybe my god will know the language or something like that. And I walk over, and wherever this label thing was, I'm just gonna kind of feel it and see, and start, like, hold up my holy symbol and say a prayer to Zalakos for a moment. And what does it say?
You touch the writing and you understand that it is primordial. It says, to whom has the power to wield it, the power shall be gifted.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the rest of the party and turn around and kind of message that to Santo, and tell you to keep quiet, and look at the other two and go, I think this would be a weapon better we bring back in case this does belong to someone specifically. It could have been going to a museum, or it could have been going to a noble who had purchased it. It's not our right to take it with us.
Well, since I opened it, it's my responsibility then.
Message is two ways.
Yeah. Let me look.
So, Gio, after hearing...
Yeah, you can respond to messages.
Santo
After-
responds in the best way ever. Oh, you speak primordial too? Awesome.
Oh my god.
But
What the fuck?
Gio, as you say that, I'm just gonna shake my head and say, no, I don't mind carrying it as far as it goes. We can look into it when we get back to town.
No, you were so adamant about not carrying it. I'm not gonna make you touch
No,
it.
I mean,
Gio picks it
don't
up.
take the mace out of the chest, is what I'm meaning.
You just carry the chest?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna carry the chest so you don't have to, Gio.
Oh, this Santa's off with a bag of holding if you just want to
We just put it in the bag of holding.
toss it in.
Actually, that satchel that you have, yeah, I could probably put it in there.
That's where Gio was gonna take and put just the mace itself, because taking
No.
the chest is like worse.
Put the chest. Keep it in the chest. It's not ours to own, and it's not. The chest isn't ours by right.
I mean, to be fair, if we touch it, you know, what kind of magical juju might be all over it.
Yeah, but he... Okay.
Trust me. Taking the chest. Worst case scenario, we can sell the chest if we find out this item belongs to no one, and then we get a couple extra gold coins. Think of it that way, Gio.
Yeah, I can also check in and see if the work is done on my Yakowa.
Well, we're gonna head to the town anyway, so you can do that anyway.
With that, so you're taking the chest with you then?
Yeah, putting it in the satchel of holding.
Going in my saddlebags.
Alright.
Saddlebags of holding.
Amazing. Fantastic.
I can only imagine that
you
all
put it
those
in your
rolls was
saddlebags?
building a weapon.
Maybe.
Yeah. Or it was deciding what was in it.
Oh, that's fair.
Seems like a pretty expensive item to lose. I hope we find them soon.
Oh, we'll find them. Trust me. If it's someone lost something like this, we'll find them.
They'll be looking.
I mean, kind of like how we found out Lear's lost a weapon.
Or
We
my
found
favorite. Apparently, we found your uncle, Meridian.
No, bigger brother.
Oh, sorry.
Big brother.
Amazing. Your day of travel comes to an end.
I didn't know this.
Are you putting up the dome again, or are you just camping out in the open?
I can put up the dome again.
All right.
Santo became country? Shit.
Damn right.
Damn right.
It's the influence of the mace. That was what I was messaging him about.
You become country.
That's why I didn't want Gio getting it. I didn't want to hear Gio's country accent.
Santo took on the curse on country now.
Oh boy. Hey, I mean, at least you're not Daku, who has consistently playing classical music now.
Did you like the song I said for Daku, by the way?
Oh. Yes.
Amazing, guys. So, your day of travel ends. With the dome up, you can take your watches. I'm gonna save you the time. There is nothing to notice over the course of the night, so I'm not gonna make you roll. Nothing attempts to attack you. And the edge of this forest where you are camping at is quiet aside from a few nocturnal animals.
I'm gonna be staying outside the dome for an hour to soak in water.
Who volunteers to watch the little? Well, I was gonna say.
I'm
furball,
staying right
but-
outside the dome, right beside it, basically, in just a puddle of my creation.
Whoever's on watch just to keep an eye on him at the time.
All right.
You're welcome to drag me in. After an hour.
No. Your problem.
I'm gonna just as I'm sitting out there watching, because I'll take first watch so Santo can take second like last time, and I'll just watch Gio and be like.
I mean, you can't stay awake for 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's more or less what I'm doing. Then once I'm done, I'm going back in the dome.
Yeah, I'll sit out there with Gio and be like, what do you want to bet that Mace would have had one of you selling your souls with the shit you've been up to?
Well, if I would have picked it up, I wouldn't have been able to pay it anything then.
That's fair, but at the very least now we don't have a chance cursing anybody else with it.
And this actually seems like a good time. Gio's going to take this opportunity to show Johnson the chain links that are poking out of his wrists.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? That's the question.
Can I roll something to see if I know anything about these, Wolf? I know you're probably stepped away, so give you a sec.
You're good.
Yeah.
Dree brought me boba that she made.
Oh, sweet.
Like
It
she
is
made
delicious.
the tapioca balls. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Still
I didn't get any.
You can have mine when we go out. Don't worry, Austin.
Chaston,
Yeah.
there's literally a boba store like 10 minutes from
I can't stand boba personally. Ooh. It's weird
I've
texture.
never been a fan of the tapioca balls. I'm much more preference to the popping
You
pearls.
like the popping?
No.
Yeah, I like those too.
What do I need to roll to see if I
yeah,
recognize these chains?
You can roll either religion or arcana. You'll get a different answer depending on which one you roll.
I think I'll do religion since I actually have a +4. That's a 21. Man, my rolls tonight, and we haven't had combat, guys. Just wait till we do, and I roll natural ones all the rest of the night.
Woo! Yeah.
It's coming.
There we go.
They were the reason why I
That
stepped in.
helps
What
too.
the heck?
I realized I was like, what am I? Something's like missing, and then I turned my music on in the background, and I was like, yeah, there's D&D. No, amazing. 21. Chains have a lot of religious iconography, both good and bad. From the very little context you have of this party, and from the divine sense that you used initially when you met this party, you get the sense that, recalling that you picked up Celestial from this, or at least from Geo. There are a few options for what these chains could be, and none of them are good.
Can you send me the options that I come up with, just so I can keep note of it
Yes.
for my own notes?
Absolutely. Do you want me to
Just PM them to me.
not tell them?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
just PM to me. I'm gonna look at Geo and be like, I know it has something to do with Celestial, but beyond that, I couldn't tell you much. To be fair, you get demons and devils that have, there's a lot of them that used to be Celestial, so it could be one of them just as easily as it could be a traditional Celestial. I imagine your boss, Meridian, in there would come off as Celestial to someone as well, depending on their perspective of the world.
Well, it's not really that. I just like to know what I'm stuck with now. That's the major thing of it.
I'm not the religious studies type of cleric. I'm more of the type who goes and beats up people who are tyrannical and evil and harm innocent folks. More paladin, but I was better at casting spells than I was wielding a sword.
Boy, do I have an island nation for you to help me overthrow.
I am fully not interested. I'll be honest, there's a lot of work still to do in this dimension, and currently, at least, I don't
Oh, no,
think
no,
I'd be up to
the
task.
place is on this plane of existence.
What, are you thinking Jotunfell? Because that's not happening.
No, no, no. My original home.
You have
Current
a-
ruler is a bit of a dick.
There's there's Grung on the continent or in the world?
Yeah, there's a whole island nation.
Huh. You learn something new every day.
And I'd like to be put in power of it so that I can stop some things, but that's beside the point.
Let me ask you. You mentioned you used to be on a ship while in the Astral Sea.
Yeah.
What'd you do? What'd you do in the Astral Sea?
Generally we were more or less scrappers and those who would just take what we could off
Pirates.
of things that no one would miss. I wouldn't quite call us pirates.
Did you steal from? Did other people own these belongings before you found them?
Mostly it was corpses and some abandoned buildings, so possibly, but
Looting of the dead. Understood. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll see how things go as far as helping out your homeland. I'm not against assisting, but your own self in power, I would have to see more of your character before I would be willing to cement any sort of alliance of that level. I think
that's fair.
from my perspective at this point, I still can't tell if all of y'all are actual evil or if you're actually decent folks, seeing as two of you are tied to something dangerous. And the third in there, well, he's got an unbelievable level of wisdom, which concerns me even more, to be honest, because that kind of level of understanding of the clerical arts is something beyond I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's understandable, and believe me, if I would have chose better, he probably would be a bit better off, but I chose between someone that was an immediate death and him, and I chose the person that was in immediate understanding.
That's
Immediate
fair.
danger.
Still, I think for the future, as far as it goes, maybe making decisions like that shouldn't be up to you. No offense, but you're kind of bad at it.
The instance was I was alone when it happened, so...
Well, know if my soul is on the line, don't make a decision
I won't sell
for
someone
me.
else's soul. That's one thing I won't do. I'd rather end up dead than do that. Making choices for someone else is not something that's worth doing. Everyone is at the helm of their own life.
Interesting perspective. I mean, it's level of understanding. No, it's not the +2 in religion. It's your fucking wisdom saves, mate. It's pretty obvious your spells are more powerful than mine. It'd take a real idiot to not realize that one. I want to be honest.
No, I don't feel it's not like at a level of understanding. He's been enlightened. You know, that man's like freaking Confucius.
And by the way, Santo isn't amazing. He's wise as hell, but God,
I'm not very smart.
he and I don't know much about the material plane, so I believed it when our wizard friend told me that guards eat babies. It took 2 of the party members to convince me otherwise. Santo was nearly convinced with me.
No, I wasn't. Whoa, hey.
Al lights one of his very green cigars. Starts taking a very long pull. Breathe out and look. You go. You know, I've done some crazy shit in my life. You all are by far the
worst decision.
Unique.
I've said a lot.
I wouldn't call it the worst decision. You're definitely interesting. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that man that was able to throw me across a cave and was burned in holy water. The fact
that was a full-on god. One of the ones. I recognized it from some stories that the captain and crew used to tell me. I couldn't pin him down exactly, but it is one of the betrayer gods.
Elle's just gonna kind of look at you and then kind of put the cigar out and go. Interesting. And he's just gonna start kind of looking off in the distance and kind of thinking.
With that, Gio's just gonna take some time with the quiet, finish out the hour, go inside, lay down. When Gio wakes up, the only thing he's probably gonna do in the morning before we pack up and leave is work on the design for that one ship that he's been working on slowly. Because he wants to be able to give Meridian something, and he's gonna try and get this thing built. At least the schematic built up.
Okay. I'll keep my watch out and just kind of continue watching, staring off into the distance.
All right. You guys go to sleep for the night. Give me 1 second. It's really hard to type without my fucking pointer finger. I literally chopped like a whole ass corner off.
Dude! Fuck.
Oh, I've been there. That fucking sucks.
Yeah. The thing is, I mean, my knife is so sharp, I didn't even feel it at first.
At least it was a sharp knife. Those are much
Yeah,
better than dull
yeah.
knives.
I've had that
It's
done with a slightly
an
dull knife. And that
extremely
Wolf, do you want to
clean
end
cut.
session so you can go get it cleaned up and taken care of? Like,
No, I mean
sure?
it is cleaned.
Okay.
Like that's why I was a couple
That's why he
minutes
was
late.
late. I
Cleaned
figured
it
that much
and-
when he said he cut his finger.
and wrapped it and all that.
Alright, making sure.
I'm just trying to fucking type messages and it's like
You don't have to
slow as
PM me
hell.
back until after a session. That was just a general question for later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. All right. One by one, again, you all come to consciousness, taking your watches, but nothing happens over the course of the night. The sun rises high into the sky above the mountain range. And who wants to roll the next day?
Not it.
Can I do it?
Santo already did it, so
You
I
did
will
it.
do it. Unless Meridian wants to.
No, you can do it, Gio. I want to see what you roll up for us.
Come
Roll
on,
one,
69. I know
motherfucker.
you're a safe number. 24.
I feel like I've gotten the best roll so far.
You know what's better than 24?
25.
25.
All right. You guys are just beginning your day of travel. You're getting all your breakfast supplies put away, wrapped up, tossing out the last bit of cowboy coffee sludge, and getting ready to head out on the road. A low mist has rolled over this valley. Not anything that's impossible to see through, even for miles. Just a very, very light mist rolling off the river. And as you guys are just getting ready to get back going down the road to Jotunfell, you hear Santo hears it first, and then the rest of you hear. And you see slamming down into the earth and splattering in a gruesome display. What only Santo was able to recognize right before it was turned into
Meat
chunks
paste.
and jelly all over the ground
Pasta sauce.
was a dwarf. You look around, there are no cliffs around you. There's nothing to jump or fall off of. You look above you. There's no flying ship. There are no dragons. There's nothing flying in the air. No birds even above you at this point. This dwarf seemingly came from nowhere.
Is the face intact, or do you fall on his face?
Dude, there's nothing intact.
Oh god. Gio's
Santa's
just
just
gonna look at
staring
him.
in horror.
I think it's a little late to cast Spare the Dying.
If I would have heard him sooner, I would have tried to catch him.
This man went over his max HP like 8 times over.
I could have tried to cushion his blow.
You would have been the blow.
Not with my. I wouldn't do it with my regular body. I'm not that stupid. Astral arms, man. Astral arms.
I'm not. I just look at Meridian and Santa and say, I'm not explaining that to him.
Never mind. Let's move on. Nothing happened
Santa,
here.
are you gonna be okay?
Should we, at least say a few words for him?
Santa is reliving past trauma of his backstory.
May you find peace into wherever the hell you're going. Alright, there. Done.
Wow, Meridian.
I'm gonna try and comfort Santa and keep him kind of distracted while we walk past.
Yeah, he'll start walking, but he's just still
Gio's
gonna
Going.
Gio, get one. Go look at one of the bring me one of the meat and chucks once I've gotten Santa taken care of. I'll cast Identify on it and see if we can figure out who it was.
Yeah, got it. I'll grab a. Guess I guess I'll grab the most intact chunk of this man.
I'm sorry you had to see that, Santo.
I'm gonna look at Meridian and kind of hand Santa off to him as I kind of go back over to Gio.
Let's go, buddy.
I'm gonna also, after handing that off, I'll take the time to dig a small pit. A small hole.
I mean, like, normally we would, like, burn the corpse, but, I mean, it's just...
nothing to burn.
There's nothing to burn, so Gio's just gonna bury the chunks that he can.
This poor dwarf became a modern art piece.
So, I won't learn what he is or anything of that sort, but I'll learn if there was a spell affecting him.
Wait, you're casting Identify?
On the corpse,
On
yes.
a chunk of the core.
Okay, you find the largest, like, chunk that you can find, which is a couple inches in diameter. Because most of this is just jelly. But you do find a little chunk and cast Identify. And you, through your Identify, get the remnants of a failed teleportation spell. As it fades.
I'm gonna message that to Meridian and just be like, be on the lookout for teleportation circles.
Gio's gonna take a moment, look at the jelly that's coating the ground, and go, I got it! And use the Ring of Create Water to try and just
By
wash
the way,
it
are any
away.
of us, like, did any of us get doused in the blood and gore?
No, this was
Okay.
it was about 30 feet away from you, and the farthest it splattered was like 20-25 feet.
Also,
Okay.
Santa tried to wash his arm. Can Santa just, while like on autopilot, just hold the cleansing stone out to Gio?
Gio will touch it and be like, it's okay. And then go take whatever chunks he can to bury and say the prayer he heard Santo once say.
Oh, you're copying Santa's whole plan.
Yes.
The
As
Santa
best as he
prayer.
can, Gio will repeat the spell that he heard Santo say. Back when they burnt
the
those
burial
bodies.
rites.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you take about an hour or so to gather up the majority of the chunks and wash away the viscera as you bury the remnants of this dwarf. You start to repeat the burial rites that Santo once said for the group that you burned on the funeral pyre. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh god. I'm gonna have an angry god at me too. This is gonna be great.
You're kind of praying to the wrong god right now.
You are playing Viscera Cleanup at least, so you can...
That is a nat 1.
Oh no.
+2.
Don't be proud and excited.
I
A
take
nat
pride in
1.
my failures. I take pride in my failures. If I die.
I mean, all of you are close by, keeping a respectful distance. Santo, you are a little farther away, not watching, I imagine.
We sent.
I set up some incense to burn, and then I stepped away.
Yeah. Santo, with your fucking out of this universe perception, you hear Geo, again, not looking in that direction, but you hear him start to recite the prayer that you gave. And after about 6 words, starts to stutter, and then stops talking.
I'm close to Geo because
You look over at him. You see he's pretty dried out. It's been a couple days since he's been able to soak.
Yeah, he was dousing
I
himself
soaked last
night.
night.
He said he soaked himself last
Oh,
night.
you did douse yourself.
Yeah, because I was talking. We were talking to each other.
Right.
Sitting in my puddle.
So
just
he stops talking, and you see him staring at this little mound of fresh earth where he buried what he could from this guy. And you see his wrists start steaming. Geo, you are locked in place. Your muscles cannot move as you feel barbed chains moving through your wrists, up your arms. And El, you can see bulges inside of his arms where chains are moving up and through his body. You feel your lungs constricted and shredded. Yeah.
Command at 3rd level. I need a wisdom saving.
Geo, we may be,
Geo?
air quote, holy people, but we ain't holy.
Actually, sorry, it'll be at 1st level because there's no value for 3rd level.
6.
That's a fail. I have a 13 for the wisdom save DC. I'm gonna give him the order, and I'm gonna tell him recite the prayer of the god you're stuck with, or that is imbued in those chains. Huh?
You have 1 word. Oh, it's a 1-word command.
I'm just gonna say sleep.
Geo will instantly fall asleep.
Yeah, Geo, you fall asleep. You see he falls, like again, muscles locked. He falls backwards, his eyes rolling back into the back of his head, and falls asleep. You see his body shuddering as these chains move shallowly under the skin throughout his body for about a minute and then go still.
I'm gonna whisper towards the chains as quiet as I can so the other 2 can't hear me, assuming they're a little off in the distance. And I am going to recite the list of gods that you listed in the message, and go one by one by giving them their titles as well as their names, and be like, after saying, go, whichever of you has sworn your fealty or has his soul, let it be. I have taken care of the situation. And I'm gonna stand back up and then say a prayer in my head for the body that's buried, and then start carrying Geo off.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm good at. I have a +6. This can't go badly, right? Oh, this is when the bad rolls come. Fuck you, 8. Oh.
I'm gonna do more to this guy.
You whisper the first name. Nothing. You whisper the next. Nothing. Do you whisper
each of
the
them
name or the title?
Each of them in turn with their title to see if any of them responds.
Got you. You whisper the third one, the one that you suspect. And honestly, the one that deep down you were hoping that it wasn't. And you see the chains flex around the wrists.
Oh shit!
Around Geo's wrists. And you hear popping and snapping as these chains make a point to show you that they own him.
I'm just gonna note that in my little journal. Oh shit!
On a scale of 1 to
Mate,
11,
your god's
how
a
fucked
bitch
it-
compared to what we're about to deal with. I'm gonna tell you right now, we ain't in a good situation.
I'm a problem.
He's a fucking time bomb. I'm not giving you guys shit for what's going on, but this guy's a fucking time bomb.
Yeah, I just want to bring it back again that Geo literally didn't have to announce himself in the Astral Seas, but chose to do it anyway.
I just want to ask, Wolf, is this person, this god, is it the same as traditional, or do you have a slight change to it?
You know I alter everything.
Okay, because there's this is something that's been around for a while, so that's why I wanted to know.
Oh, it's been around forever. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
So I take
clear.
it Geo is entirely fucked.
I'm gonna make it very clear that I'm not trying to bless him. I'm not doing any holy magic on him. I'm just trying to get to so they don't kill him, and then I'm letting myself say a prayer so he gets away from the situation.
Right.
I figure his god or the person he's tied to will want him alive, as he is at least somewhat valuable, or they wouldn't be sticking with him. They would have killed him by now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, I'm going to make it very clear to not touch the chains and just kind of scoop him up after saying my silent prayer and, walk him off with Santo and Meridian and just look at them and be like, so he passed out saying a prayer. Turns out the chains don't like Santo's god.
I wouldn't expect, a god to accept prayers from another god.
Some gods, it depends on the mentality. I imagine some gods, like maybe Sarenrae, would be less inclined to be upset about it. It may be more of an irritation if it's one of their clerics. But Geo's not a cleric unless you guys have not told me something, and I'm going to find
I
out.
got no idea.
Santo looks upset.
Also, don't worry, Santo, if it makes you feel any better, and he did try to give the person who passed a rightful send-off by your god. So, he tried.
No, I know. I heard him.
Meridian, do you mind, and I'm just gonna kind of hand Geo to him.
Yeah.
I'm not paid to babysit, so
Can
At least he's covered in a cloak.
I would say, can I wet a cloth from my surgery kit and put it on his head? Because I know water kind of helps him. Just let that soak into his head. Maybe he'll feel a little better.
I'm sorry, what are you doing?
I'd like to wet a cloth and lay it on his forehead while he's sleeping.
Okay. You do so. I mean, yeah,
I'm
as it
peacefully now.
should be. Yeah.
Wait, I have a question. When when the chains showed their power, did that? Now I know Elle doesn't know about the celestial thing, but canonically it happened to Geo where if he did an evil deed, he would be blown up or set on fire or whatever. From what I was told, did that at all? Was there any aspects of that deal that popped up during that, or no, not at all?
No.
Okay.
Geo. It has to be Geo becoming
Evil.
evil.
Okay.
Or doing a truly evil deed. Yeah. If he did anything, or if he used the chains to do anything evil, he'd die.
Okay. Yeah, Elle is just gonna hand him off to Meridian and be like, and after explaining that, just kind of continue pushing forward.
Sorry for being a problem.
You're asleep. Shush.
That's all I expect from you, anyways.
You know what? You're not much better, so shut up, alright?
I'm much better, thank you
You
very
are
much.
not, motherfucker. You want to go down this list? I will list off everything here for you.
Geo's just mumbling in his sleep about the stars.
At this point, I'd take the
And
evil
woodcraft.
warlock. At least I know what he's dealing with. Oh, fuck.
At least our warlock's not evil. It's kind of neutral.
What are you talking about?
At this point,
I mean, to be fair, me and Gio can't be evil, otherwise we'll die. You can take solace in knowing that.
No, that's not what I'm not worried about you being evil. I'm worried about Cameron. That's what I'm worried about because I know why Wolf's doing this, and it pisses me off because I was gonna do this. All right, yeah, I can't. I'll just leave. Kind of push on with the party.
All right.
How long do I sleep for?
You sleep all day.
Sorry, Meridian.
To be honest, it's probably for the
You
best.
were commanded to sleep, and that should have ended really as soon as you were like touched again. As soon as you were moved or shaken, you should have woken up. You are stuck in your slumber.
Dreams and nightmares. Great day.
Yeah, nightmares.
To be honest, I feel like your body was like, you know,
extreme
my bones are
nightmares.
crunching. I think I should stay asleep.
These chains exist to torment you, and even in your dreams and your sleep, you feel them breaking your bones, rehealing them, and breaking them again. You feel them tearing your lungs to tatters. As you do have a cloth over his forehead, you feel him burning up with a fever. And then go just as cold as the mountains that you just came out of, back and forth. He is being put through every form of punishment for attempting a prayer to that deity. But yeah, you sleep all day. The only thing you encountered all day was right at the start. The rest of your day of travel is pretty calm. Every now and then you see Geo spits up a amount of blood that he shouldn't be able to without having
Dying.
some serious medical problems. But you feel his pulse keep beating. He's still alive, still hanging on. And your day of travel comes to an end. You are about a day away from Jotunfell at this point. Depending on how fast you're able to travel, about 3/4 of a day to a day. Do you put up the dome?
I always put up the dome.
All right. I just want to make sure that's like the thing
Yep.
going forward. Cool. All right.
I'll
The dome
specify.
is
Safety dome.
sorry.
I'll specify a day that I don't.
Okay, I got you. You put up the dome. You set your watches. Give me perception checks. For people taking watches. Geo, you do not wake up
25.
to take a
That's
watch.
fine.
32.
I
God
just
damn
have a
it.
question for the party. Does anybody soak me in water?
I don't got any water, my man.
We're right by a river at this point, aren't we?
I have create water, but no,
You're
but-
close enough to a river.
I say let
Someone go
Meridian do it.
document.
Meridian is the party leader. He is responsible for you.
It's not die a painful death. You know what? I'll leave it up to you guys. Sure. Well, I want to see what happens.
You want one of us to bathe him, or what?
I don't want to bathe him.
You're the party leader. Get over it. You're not paying us to be here. You're not paying me to be here.
You know, I'm not being paid either. I'm not paying anyone.
You took on the quest. You washed the frog.
I didn't take on the quest.
You're the party
took
leader.
on the
Hey,
quest.
Santo, can you create a
I
puddle
don't
of
care.
water
I'm
that
not
soak
bathing the
you in?
frog. The frog can bathe himself when he wakes up.
He is unconscious and he is gonna die, Meridian. You are
During
bathing
my
the
watch,
frog.
can I just hold him in the water while I watch for like an hour?
What do you mean he's
Yeah.
dying? Just mend his wounds. We don't have to clean him.
Santo's sitting on the edge of the river.
I'm not
he's
the
just, like,
medic.
moving legs. He's having a good time.
Meridian, you need to get out there and wash the fucking frog, or we're gonna have a problem.
They're
here.
arguing while
You can
Santo's
watch the
just
frog
taking
walk,
care
you
of
can
you.
watch
I
the
love
damn
this.
frog.
Do you need me to
I've
get out
already-
my
I've
holy
already
fucking
watched
spells
the
here?
frog.
I will
guys
mark your
argued
fiendish
back and
ass.
forth for a fucking while
For
before
an
Santa
hour.
comes back from the river with Geo.
Moist.
Mm, what the fuck, Geo?
Yeah.
God damn it.
All right.
Amazing.
Come
One
on,
of
the
these
20.
fucking days.
No, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
3. A good thing it
Close.
wasn't me.
I wish it was.
Me too.
You should have been the
I
one
kinda
washing
wanna
the
go
frog.
back to Pandemonium. I want to sail the sands.
So they argued so long that I came back was like, all right, he's clean.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get a move on.
You should have washed the damn
What-
frog.
Let's go to bed. That's the thing. You go to bed, wake up, get your next day of traveling. You guys
Geo wakes up finally.
in your nights, you are in this very like wide open valley.
Have we gone past
with-
that dragon zone again?
Yes, you did pass that.
All right.
You guys are in this large, like super wide open valley, no trees, no large plant life. There is tall grass, but you guys don't hear any wildlife at all whatsoever. That's the only thing you really perceive from your perception checks over the course of the night. It's the next day. Who wants to roll for your last day of travel to Jotunfell?
I'll roll. I
Ah,
haven't rolled
did
yet.
Alright.
Should have washed the frog.
Is Geo awake now?
58.
So you do
5
wake
8.
up this morning.
That was fucking horrible.
58. Oh god, what is that gonna be?
Santo looking at 6 Geo, he's like, all right, I got you all washed up yesterday. You should be all good for today. You feeling better? You good?
Didn't we have a
I
cleansing
feel like I
stone?
fucking got ripped apart from the inside out, but that's fine. I seem to be okay.
Yeah, damn party leader wouldn't take responsibility.
Oh, we have a cleansing stone.
Yeah, you should have
I
soaked
have-
the goddamn frog like I told you.
I
to.
have to soak
Not
in
my
water for an
problem.
hour a day. I've explained this. If I don't, I dry out
Gio,
and I will
Gio, shut
die
up.
after
This is not an
6 days.
argument for you to be involved
You
in.
didn't die when you went more than a
Yeah,
day. Be quiet.
I'll
Brendan,
just-
you should have washed him. There's no reason you shouldn't have.
I'll just
I
tap
got
Geo
his
on the
Papa.
shoulder
I
Thank
don't
you,
need to wash
Santo.
him.
and start walking.
Thank you for caring
Come
for
on,
me, Santo.
Come on, Geo.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm
wash
walking
you next
Santo.
time, Meridian.
No.
Geo's just walking off with Santo towards Jotunfell.
Me and Geo are having a friend arc. Don't worry about it.
Doesn't wash his own compatriots. Good, no, I won't rely on you when
Well,
I'm
you didn't
dying.
wash your own compatriots either. I don't want to hear it.
It's because I'm not the
You-
party leader. I was forced to come with you. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I will offer L the cleansing. So I feel like having fur, he probably
No.
doesn't.
L does not
No.
take it.
It's just a touch and you fully clean.
No, I got you. There's a reason why.
Okay.
L's hair
you
is
guys-
dyed. So I don't want that ain't coming out. No.
Well, it's not gonna get rid of dye. It specifies dirt and grime.
I don't know how Wolf rolls it. I'm not chancing it. I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
He rules it as it is
dyes
written.
his hair with dirt. I don't know.
You know, I'm gonna dye you with dirt. You know, and you keep this
That's
up.
great.
But-
Amazing, just like
What-
the dwarf.
While we walk, Gio's going to take a moment and show Santo the design, the finished sketch of the boat, not the full design schematics.
Now,
And
luckily, Santo actually knows boats. He does.
that
He is
he's designing
proficient with
the
water
boat.
vehicles.
Yeah.
So is Gio. So
This looks to be this isn't a ship you've ever seen one like you've never seen any like this before. You
I
would
got-
need proof of concept to even see if it would be seaworthy.
So it's like the idea of
Um,
like interesting theory, but I have no idea if it would work.
Yeah, it looks incredibly interesting.
if I can get it
If you
actually
want to
built,
send him the
I sent
photo,
him
you
this.
can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sent him one of the ones that I've got saved for this because I don't
Yeah.
remember which one I sent you.
Space
Yeah.
And I'll
What'd you
just
say?
send-
boats might be a little different in functionality than water boats. Just saying.
Oh no, this one's based on a water boat.
It is a water boat. It has water parts.
Water parts.
Here, I
Like
will also
parts that
copy
you wouldn't see on a space boat. I don't want to give anything away.
I will copy it and send the exact one that I sent to.
Just put it
Wolf
in the silent
Santo.
guide.
Okay, I'll put it there.
Yeah.
Here we
I'm
go.
not supposed to see
Everyone
it,
can
right?
see. I can't place images.
Yeah, that second one. That's what I
Ah,
figured
well,
you based it on.
sucks
I've
to
studied
suck.
these books before.
Hold on. Can
I
I
mean,
put
if you
this in?
guys want to look at it and then delete it afterwards, I mean, I assume I'm not supposed to see this.
Fuck it, I'm sending it to everybody.
All right.
Yeah, there's you can put it in Stolency.
I'm just sending it to everybody's PMs at this point. Why not? There.
All right.
Yeah, it's like it's the old
awesome.
Korean turtle ships.
No sales.
You guys set out on your last day. You very, very quickly reach the river that you will need to cross over. You do see something a little strange. When you originally crossed this river, you crossed it about half a mile downstream when you were heading in the other directions. This time you're a little ways away, and you see the stream kind of cuts off into a small little just like a small little pond, a little inlet, where you see the water like cycles in this little whirlpool. But you see as the water enters this perfectly circular whirlpool, it turns jet black.
Oh, not
and
this
you
again.
Geo
see-
sees this and goes, "Nope."
You see a woman down on her knees drinking from it.
We did this one.
This happened once before. It's
We
just
are
the woman
not
was
going near
screaming
that.
last time.
Last time was a portal to the hells.
Yeah, let's just keep walking,
You
please. I don't
see,
feel like going to
he
the hell right now.
hears you guys talking, and looks over, and her eyes are vast voids full of stars.
So
And she looks at you, Geo, and says, "Oh, poor child."
Nope, Geo, run, get out of here, Geo. No, I'm gonna get right in between me and
I'm already
woman.
fucked. I don't need more,
No,
lady.
Geo,
Thanks.
I just turn and look Geo's face and say, if anybody recognizes you for some reason, it's whatever those chains are. That's a no-no.
No.
I won't get any closer than this, Al.
She looks at you, El. Again, fully eyeless, just voids in her eye sockets full of stars. And she goes, "Oh, you've gone through much pain. I understand why you're cautious."
Lady, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. But if you can recognize the problem with him, you ain't anything we can handle. So thank you and have a good day. And I'm just going to start kind of ushering the party around.
While you being ushered, Santa is like, "Hello, goodbye."
Geo's gonna just wave kindly.
You and your
Santo.
waving.
Don't you do it, Santo. Ignore her. Keep walking.
Santo, answer her. Come on, drag us into this.
Unless that's her mace that you're carrying, there ain't
You're
no
the
fucking
first one
reason.
I've seen with a pleasant future.
Santo, don't you do
Yay!
it. Don't listen. Don't trust
Let's
the
know
fates.
my future's fucked.
No,
Thanks.
Santa says yay while he's still walking away.
It's not her mace. She would have said something. We're just gonna keep on walking.
Hear her say that. Geo goes, "Good to know my future sucks."
It's
No,
not too
move,
late to
move.
change,
Keep,
Meridian.
nope. Keep moving your butts. Go.
That's what they tell me.
He's gonna get better. Trust me.
Need to be told.
I'm not letting you make another stupid decision. No one's selling anything else.
You
Have a
should
good
really
day, Mr.
ask more
Lord.
questions where your bow came from, Gorian.
He's not gonna rewatch this, lady. I'm gonna continue the show.
Thank
Appears in the
you.
room behind you, Royce.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
It's like, oh god.
No.
Oh no.
Listen, last time you lot talked to a woman, you sold 2 souls. We're not doing this again.
Technically, it was 3.
You shut up, Gio, and keep walking.
If you're referring to the hag, because Marcus technically
I will
sold his.
drop the mace on your head. I swear to God.
You know, that might prevent my horrible future, so go ahead.
Maybe that
I
is
think
your
that's a horrible
future.
in itself.
No, it's gonna be me selling you to that Goliath back that we saw the next time we run into him. And I promise you make another decision. No.
Goodbye, nice lady. Have a nice day.
Santo, keep
Thank
moving. Do not acknowledge
free
it.
information.
Move. Children, I'm gonna tie ropes around you
Well, I
lot.
wonder if she actually needed anything.
You guys cross the river.
Before we get
Need
too
anything.
far away, I'm gonna, as we're walking away, I'll take a quick peek back and see if
No,
if
no,
she
you will
vanishes.
not. I will
What
smack
are you doing?
I will smack you.
I'm gonna
You
die.
see him.
I will hit him. I don't even care.
Turn. You absolutely do hit him. Before he hits you and smacks your face back, you do see there's no pond and no woman back there.
Her eyes were
When he
pretty
hits, after he hits me, she's gone.
I don't care.
Like
You
the
look.
thought.
You turn back ever again like that, I'm beating your brains out. Because you could have been turned evil. You could have attacked me and killed me right at this distance. You ever do that again? I swear to all that is holy.
I think
will
you
end
have
you.
nothing to worry about.
You
about
are
me turning
too
evil.
curious.
I
for
grab
your own
Gio's
good.
hand, I grab around Gio's wrists, and I pull them out, and I say, "Really? I got nothing to worry about."
I don't even know what these are. You don't either. You told me that already.
Exactly.
It's bad.
What if you're tied to his god? As I point to Meridian, I got a
The
fucking
astral
problem with that.
I'm gonna make a point that I'm probably not because the ladies on the boat in hell told me I had
will
nothing
throw
that they
you
could take.
in the astral sea. You ever do that again? You walk forward.
Good, I can go back on the ship and they can fucking kill me.
Elle is done with this little shit. I'm gonna kick him in the ass and start walking.
She was just gonna walk by Santa looking dejected.
Amazing. You
Try to be
you
polite
all
to people.
reach Jotunfell. You see it coming down the side of this hill. Off in the distance, you see where it's built into this valley and up into the side of the mountain. Fully intact. Doesn't look like any part of the city has been damaged or destroyed. And everything seems to be business as usual. You see, again, massive, like 40-foot tall carts filled with over 100 large trees being pulled by these extremely like gargantuan beasts of burden, pulling them into and out of the city. Trade is going. Life is fine.
Oh, we've been gone roughly a week. I mean, it doesn't seem like anything bad's happened. At least
Hey,
on the
hey, Els,
surface.
can you come with me real quick so I can get my enchanted Yoloko?
I am not going anywhere with you. You have already caused me so many irritations today. We have almost died to whatever that creature was. On top of that, every time you're doing stupid decisions, Elle's going straight to the tavern and leaving them.
Do you guys want to come with me? Because I think I'm not intimidating enough to get this college student to work with me properly.
Did you already pay? Did you pay him already?
Yeah. Jurgen
And
did.
all of it up front?
Yeah, Jurgen did.
Oh boy. Yeah. All right. Let's go. I'll go with you.
To the college.
All right. Gio, you and Meridian head to the college. Elle and Santo, what are you doing?
I'm going to the tavern. Elle is so done with Gio after that mistake. He is like pissed off
I
to no
imagine
end.
just like chain puffing your fucking cigars.
He is full
He's
on
got 3
angry.
of them
He's
out
not
just
going
all
to
at
drink.
once.
He's just going to the tavern to relax.
You're out at this point of the like large box of cigars that you brought for your
All right.
journey that was supposed to be at least twice as long. you are already out.
Can I ask for a special magic item be made of a cigar making kit so I can get proficiency in it?
You absolutely, I mean, done. You have a cigar making kit.
Yeah, then
absolutely,
I
and you
will
have
be-
proficiency.
I will be picking up some product probably while in town.
Totally. Add a custom roll to your sheet.
Cigars.
That is your proficiency bonus plus
Dex?
for cigar making plus wisdom.
Okay, that's fair.
Alright. Wisdom? Okay.
If it's wisdom, I can
Yeah.
make really good cigars. Hold on.
If you become proficient and trained,
I
absolutely.
can train. I will make holy cigars. I got this.
This man will get us all
cigars.
smoking the
Magical
holy
cigars
cigars.
L can puff different
Spells out.
cigars and combat
Cigars.
get different buffs.
Combat cigar.
No, the plan is cool. It'd be something like a holy version of the Dragon's Breath spell, just with smoke.
Hell yeah.
Holy,
Alright,
holy
now I
man.
have a cigar rolling of +5.
Holy smokes!
Exactly, Hunter. You got it.
A new
Sheesh.
spell.
Yeah.
So where's Santo going?
I'm just following L. He's like humming a jaunty. He's had a good couple of days. Nothing bad's happened.
Besides the dead guy
Alright.
falling out of the sky.
Besides the splatter of a man.
Is that guy? Hey, we don't think about that guy, all right?
Yo, Big
yeah,
Brother
you
only
guys
wanted me to
head
hit
back
him.
to the tavern. Geo and Meridian, you head to the college, and head to the enchantment. Again, these are like, these aren't towering spires and this like extremely like vast mountain cave that they carved out with magic. These are these are 12 like pretty much cones that stretch down into the ground. They are like reversed spires that dig deep into the earth. And that is the basis of this magical university. You find the enchantment spire, if you will, and give me an investigation check to find this professor.
Well, it wasn't a professor, it was a student. I remember that much.
No, the professor gave the quest. The
No,
student
he's,
brought you
no,
to
the-
the professor.
he's
the
picking
yokel
up his
was-
weapon.
The student
weapon
who made
that I was
Oh.
getting.
Oh, you're okay. See,
Yeah.
I misunderstood. I apologize.
I'm
I
going
thought you
for
were
the student, so I'd be heading to
Okay,
the
yeah,
lab
yeah.
that he was working in last
No,
I
yeah,
saw him.
totally. Absolutely. You head to the lab where you last saw him. This dude is fucking working away at a just tiny little ring to fit his tiny little finger. It looks to be made out of this dark like matte gray metal that just every so often when a little bit of light does kind of reflect off of it, it gives this like green sheen.
Gio's not interested in
And
that.
he is working away magically at it. Yeah, you approach him. Oh, hey.
Hey, is
back.
my... Yeah, I'm not dead, that's the plus. Is my
Okay.
weapon done?
I mean,
As done as you can get it?
well,
Gio's just looking at him and whispers, "My boss is here. Do not fuck this up."
yes.
Looking back at Meridian.
Your weapon is done. It's definitely finished. Would you like to come see it?
Yes, let's go.
Oh god.
Lead the way.
Don't
This is
kill
the best
him.
way I can
Remember, you can't do evil. Don't kill him. This is your
You,
conscience.
This is your conscience speaking. Do not murder the
I'm
poor
going to
college
just
student.
mute you whenever you're not in the scene.
No, I'll mute. Don't worry.
That's so funny. They'll live or die on their own. That being said, you follow this student through the college back to his dorm, where he goes, just wait outside for a second, and he hurries into his dorm and closes the door behind him.
Gio's just looks up at Meridian. Thanks for coming.
Mm-hmm.
You're outside for about 5 minutes, waiting for this kid. And eventually he does pop his head back out and he goes, the weapon is completed. Would you like to come see it? I'm sure your boss has a lot of stuff to do.
I'll pop in.
I wish to see this weapon.
Right. Yes. Absolutely. That is a great idea. Yes. You see this scared shitless student opens the door and you see his room is a fucking pigsty, dude. It is not good in here. And he goes, I'm sorry for the mess. I have a roommate. Your passive insights pick up that he's fucking lying. Like,
I don't see another bed.
There's one bed. He goes, yeah, I have a pullout. The weapon here. You see, it's yeah. You see a Yukawa made with this heartstone. Give me an Arcana check.
That I don't sense magic well. I'm not good at the magics. Meridian, do you want to roll it as well?
What'd you roll?
I got a 4.
The nice score you got there.
I'll take a look at it. Nah, that's an 11.
Better than me.
An 11. You guys look at this. I mean, it's a beautifully
crafted.
made Yukawa. It's not your kind of weapon, by a long shot, but you see the heartstone that you gathered from hell is just fully fucking covered in engraved runes. And the kid goes, this is a extremely powerful weapon, and I trust that you will be very...
I'll be responsible with it, don't worry.
Yes. Yeah. You'll be happy with how it turned out. And he hands it over to you.
I'll take it, and then
I hope he is.
I definitely know what it does.
Because if not... Well, that's good.
Alright, thanks.
Could you enlighten us on what it does?
God damn.
You are the worst kind of parent to walk into a teacher's meeting. I'm just letting you know now, Scott. I feel so bad for your future kids.
Yes.
I don't want Gio to be left with a faulty weaponry.
So as you see these runes here, and the kid disappears.
Oh, so
I'm
it
just
has some
imagining-
visibility.
I'm just
good,
imagining
Gio.
wording like Kratos. He's just like explain in a really deep voice, just very few
Explain.
words.
I'm thinking Kratos.
He turned into fucking Kratos. He's just... Show
Boy.
me, boy.
Gio's like,
Boy,
we could see if
show
L...
me the weapon.
I just passed the Yicklewood up to Meridian. We could take it to L and get him to identify it, or you could
You
try
hold on to
intimidating.
your own weapon. Keep it clean.
Yes, sir. You could also intimidate someone else to, identify it, or we could
Why
pay
would I
them.
do that?
Okay. Because we don't know what it does, but alright.
You'll find out.
I hope it does what I asked for.
Well, you paid for it.
Geo, you get a message in your mind. Hey man, I'm really sorry. Can you get that guy out of my dorm?
Meridian, head back to the tavern. I'll catch up, okay?
Are you telling me what to do?
No, I'm asking him politely.
That's right. I'm the only one who gets to tell him what to do. Fuck you, Meridian.
I am going to wait outside the college for you.
All right, I'll catch up soon.
And when you come back, make sure that weapon's clean. It's been in
Got
this
it.
dirty place.
Got it. I'll even offer to help him clean up. It's good.
What a good dad. I mean, leader.
Dad of boy.
Dad of boy. Amazing. Yeah, you leave to go wait at the front of the college.
Geo
Geo,
relaxes a bit.
after a couple minutes, the kid comes back in the room. He goes, "Holy shit, you brought your boss with you?"
I didn't have a choice. He told me that he had to come with me.
Man. Fuck me, dude.
Yeah. He's intimidating as fuck, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck is that armor?
It came from hell, apparently.
Yeah, no shit. So, here's the honest truth, man. I don't remember fucking making this. I don't know what it does.
Holy shit, dude. Do you know identify at least? Or someone that can identify it?
No.
Do you know someone that might be able to? Without charging me an arm and a leg? So I gotta say this, I might not have a soul anymore either, dude.
Listen,
You
you're
gotta see who I'm
around a
working
bunch
for.
of broke-ass college students. Anybody will do it for you, but they'll make you pay.
I'm fine with paying, just
Yeah,
You know
I mean, find just about anyone. Most people know it. I just don't have the room in my spell book for such a simple spell.
alright.
I
Thanks,
generally
man.
know the items that I'm making. I don't fucking remember this one.
Did you do anything weird while you were waiting to do your exams?
What?
You said you were gonna do this before your exams. Did you do anything weird up to that? I'm trying to help you figure this out, man.
This was the weird thing that I supposedly did before my exams, but I don't remember doing it.
Alright. It's still well made at least, so
I mean, yeah, it's
Yup.
sick as hell. Some of my best work.
I'm gonna go find someone to identify this before he comes back.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave him with
leave his dorm.
I'm gonna leave him a tip of a little bit of gold, just enough to get a hot meal. So I'm gonna leave him my 4 silver and a piece of gold for him as well, just in case. And whisper in his ear, you should clean this place up. It is smelling nasty in here, dude.
Get the fuck out of my dorm.
I leave and I head over. I don't even know what school of magic.
You
that would
see,
be.
as you leave, he starts casting prestidigitation, kind of reluctantly.
He got paid and got life advice from a 3-year-old. This is great.
You go find some random ass student to identify it for you. You come across like the first student who actually says they do have identify is a beautiful, like 20-somethings young tiefling, long hair, that's like fully fucking silver. His skin is purple. like perfectly manicured, like almost waxed horns coming out of his head. You can tell appearance means a lot to this guy. And he
I'm
goes,
not charismatic.
"Well, yeah, of course I know Identify. Where
Well
do you think
then,
you are?"
dimensional hopping frog.
Right.
Anyways, what would it cost for you to identify this? And I show him the Yikola.
Looks you up and down. 10 gold pieces.
Deal. And I pay him immediately.
He looks a little taken aback that you instantly said deal, and you see the regret on his face that he didn't ask for more. But I mean, again, broke ass college student, he didn't know how much you'd have on you.
I look broke as fuck, which plays into my advantage here.
Yeah. So you pay the man, and he goes,
Good thing I wasn't
"All
there.
right, I'll identify this." You see his eyes flash with this red hue, as he looks down at this weapon and goes, "Well, ain't that just the
What?
tits?"
What is it?
This this weapon, I wouldn't use this in combat fucking ever. I don't know who made this for you, but they obviously didn't want you to have an actual weapon to use. This is a powerful magic item that you can use to slash openings between the planes. The only problem is you have to do it from the space between planes. You have to do it from the astral sea.
Oh, that's not an issue.
Right, plane hopping frog, of course.
Yeah, about every 10 minutes or so I can do it.
You see he kind of eyes you up and down. Give me an insight check.
I am not insightful. I'll use my
Someone's about
passive
to
of
become
12.
a item.
This guy's looking you up and down to see if he's measuring you up to see if he may be able to steal this from you.
I'm gonna
You-
narrow my eyes and be like, I'd like my weapon back now, please.
Of course.
Otherwise, you will look like a
He-
child. You look like you've
he-
done something to a child.
Hands it back to you.
I look
Why
it over, make
wouldn't
sure
I
it's
give
still
it back? It's yours.
Yeah. Well, as thanks, I drop him 3 more gold pieces quietly.
Mm. And you head off.
I also wish him luck on his studies and compliment his horns as I leave and go out to Meridian.
Amazing. El and Santo, you
Yo.
guys reach the tavern where you guys have been staying with Audelier on his dime.
True.
As you arrive, El, and immediately head to the bar and start rolling new cigar. I imagine, like, you set up shop here when you came here with Audelier to help him search
Yeah.
for his weapon. So you have materials here at the bar to roll your
Sure.
cigars. Probably like 10 cigars worth at least.
Okay.
So you start rolling a new one, and get a drink starting to get made. And Audelier sends a servant to come get you to talk.
Alright, I'll just look at Santo and be like, if you don't mind waiting here, I'll take care of this. I imagine Meridian and Geo meet you here and I'll come back afterwards. You be alright on your own?
Yeah.
Please don't make any deals with anything that looks scary or recognizes the fact that your compatriots are, evil.
I haven't up to this point.
Thank you. I turn and I start walking.
You head upstairs, and you see, as you open the door, Audelier is kind of sitting, reclining back in a chair, trident in hand, just kind of like leaning his head up against it, just in thought.
Knock on the door.
Hell. Yeah, come in.
Yeah. So, you, hired me out to a very unique group of individuals. I'm gonna close the door behind me.
I would love to hear about it. First, I have to ask, because this has been plaguing my mind. How many days ago did you leave?
Let's see, it was a 3-day travel back here, so, 4 days up there? Roughly? So 7 days in total? Is that about right, Wolf?
About 7 days
Yeah,
total.
okay, making sure I'm keeping track here. Alright, yeah, I'll tell him about 7 days, roughly. 4 days up, 3 days back. Long story about a hag I can go into later. Why? What's going on? Oh, please tell me there's something that, altered the time where we were. Oh, God, add to the fact that I was right.
I am missing time, my friend. From best I can recall, we were celebrating and drinking together not more than a few nights ago. As you may recall, I sent you a message. Apparently, the day after you reached the hag, though for me, at that point, the night before, we were drinking and celebrating. I have no memory of any time between those two events.
Well, given the fact that we ran into what has now been discovered to be a god that we fought, I mean, it may not be on you necessarily, it may have been that time went wonky on us. We tried to fight a god that called Meridian his little brother. So, otherwise, I mean...
What god?
I don't know. The best I can tell you is the fact that he was big and he hit hard like a brick house, looked like a Goliath. Really angry dude, doesn't like holy water. If he's tied to Meridian and he's calling him little brother, there's only one person that can be, and I'm pretty sure you realize who that mace belongs to.
I had my assumptions.
Your assumptions are more than right, but Meridian's got a deal that got his memories back apparently, so I'm more concerned about that. Means that he's more likely to be evil, I'm betting, because he tells me that he did this to save his life and his compatriots, but to be honest, I'm not 100% sure that's why he picked the deal. I can't tell you until I learn more. But he's not the one we need to worry about. The little frog is the dangerous of the two. And I'm gonna cast message and tell him who it is, and look at him and kind of nod and then go, yeah, I'm not saying that out loud.
Yeah, you see he goes pale.
Yeah, and apparently, when he tried to do a Sarenrae, holy burial thing, he pissed it off. So, I mean, I don't think I have much choice but to watch him.
Well, that is incredibly interesting. I do have it on good authority, and he kind of pounds his trident into the ground just once.
Can
And
I
you see a
identify his
little.
trident?
Do you want to go over and touch it? Because you have to.
I'm just
to
gonna
identify it.
kind of walking up to him, and I'm gonna cast Identify on him,
On him?
Yes.
or on
So you're going to touch
on
him.
the trident, yeah.
Okay. So as he's talking
Mm-hmm.
and he's saying this, you walk up.
I'm just
and
gonna
touch
stand
the
up and
trident.
kind of walk over to the trident and identify it.
Absolutely.
remember when we
You
gave him
see, he's talking. He goes, "I have it on good authority." Slams the trident into the ground, and you see some divine light comes out of it. That hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
You cast Identify. This is a legendary trident, called Wave.
Do I know that?
It
do I
has
know the
no
item?
magical effects on it. No, but you can look up the item, and your Identify gives you its whole stat sheet.
Now, is it wave from 5e or is it wave from 3.5? Because
5e, come on,
5e. Okay, gotta
Yeah.
ask. You never know.
I mean, that's fair, but yeah, you identify it as this, and he goes, "No, what the fuck are you doing, dude?" You don't sense any like magical effects on it other than that it is bound to him at this point. He has bound it to his person, so he can sum it and dismiss it as he wishes.
I'll look at him and go, you know, it's a unique item you got there. You do know about the personality of this item, correct?
Of course I do.
Have you thought that that might be why you're losing time?
It's not just me, friend. I've mentioned this to my servants. I've mentioned it to people about town. What day of the week do you think it is?
Well, it should have been 7 days later.
Yeah,
It would be the same day as we left.
he says, now see, that would make sense. For me and for everyone else in town that I've talked to, it is Folsom today. Which is like half a week later.
Are there any adventurers in this town by chance? Other than us?
I mean, I'm sure there are, not any that I've gone to investigate.
I'll reach out to them because if they're feeling the same effect, that means we'll get a general, at least, gist of an idea of how powerful of something we're dealing with. But if this has to do with, we'll call him Meridian's older brother for the time being. I'm gonna be honest. There's nothing we can do. Not short of basically unleashing what's tied to the frog, and basically causing a worse problem. We can't deal with it. You'll have to evacuate the town if it's involved with him, and him showing up about something about greed. And Meridian making deal with the hag that we were hunting down. I'm a little more concerned about that. There's something more nefarious going on here than they were telling me.
Understood. If I may give you a piece of advice, Al. I trust you. You are an ally of mine. I've been a constant one. Don't go up to a man and identify his item while he's talking to you. It's a good way to get stabbed.
Elle smiles and goes, if you were going to stab me, it would have happened already. And spare the dying is a cantrip. So, I'll be alright.
Fair enough. He stands and he goes, alright, well, is there anything else I should know about your travels?
A dwarf fell out of the sky, exploded. We figured it was from a bad teleportation spell. Oh, and we found a mace that had the words, what was it? Something about having the power to wield it.
Staffish mace thing.
Yeah, it was an ice mace that we found in the chest in the middle of the woods. I told them that we weren't going to take it because it probably belonged to someone if it's a magic item of that quality. Wouldn't just sit there.
Right.
And then,
Fair enough.
so if you know anybody looking for a mace, let me know. Ice mace, talk. If they're
Wait, so
they're
you did or didn't take it?
We put it in a bag of holding. We're looking for the owner. None of us touched the item, and we refused to.
Fair enough.
Oh,
I'll keep an ear to the ground.
Oh, and something about dragons. We found a dragon nesting ground nearby, I guess. When I sent that message to you about the dragons in the sky, we had come across something large that blew a bunch of clouds down on us, and it left a massive burn patch. I don't know if it was a dragon, but it's a safe assumption
What
it was
message?
a dragon. You didn't. You responded to my message. Remember, you said basically something along the lines of "dragon." What do you mean? And then and then I didn't get a chance to respond to you.
I have no recollection.
Well, that gives me a
sending
window
this
at
message.
least. So that's what two days of travel at least that we know that you missed out on. All right. That's interesting. And you said it'd been a week and a half to your knowledge.
No, it had been, I mean, a few days since you were here. It's only been really a couple days.
Alright, I'm gonna ask you an honest question here. Do you actually want me to assist with this, or do you want to deal with this? Because I fully understand if you want the frog and Meridian out of your city before this gets bad, but I also understand if you'd
No.
like our assistance.
I'd like you all to investigate. I find this more worrying than anything else you've found along your travels, because at least this is more imminent.
Understandable. I'll let my compatriots know. Oh, also, if anybody's out traveling about and they see a deer carcass, let them know not to touch it. And secondly, if they see a cave with a big Goliath with a halfling sucking on his knob, don't go in the cave. And I'm just gonna turn and start walking out.
Let me be very clear.
His
He
dick was the
didn't
size of a
have a
halfling.
halfling sucking his dick.
His dick was the size of a halfling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I'm gonna choose to remember it, and that's how I'm gonna describe it.
Okay. He has zero response for what you just told him, and lets you walk out.
I'm gonna light one of the cigars
he
I
just
rolled.
kinda goes back into his 1,000-yard stare. Absolutely, you light a cigar, and head back
Remembering the truth
downstairs.
of the orgy cave.
Amazing. You guys, Geo, you eventually meet back up with Meridian.
Yeah, Meridian, so this weapon, it is good. I don't think anybody else is gonna find it very useful. It can cut through dimensions in the Astral Sea.
Only you could use it, essentially, or others who
Basically.
can teleport themselves to the Astral Sea.
Which, as far as I know, is me and gods. And powerful mages, but... And those with a ship.
Interesting. Make sure you keep it clean.
I will. But, yeah, the student didn't remember making.
Odd.
And so I'm wondering if something happened in the city after we saw that big flying thing. We might want to check around and see if other people are this, or if he was just on some shit when he made it.
It's fair.
I wouldn't be surprised, I'll be honest with you.
from what some of the people I was on the ship with told me about what they think college is. Some of them think it was all drugs and parties. Some of them thought it was just doing drugs to get through classes. So I'm gonna take it with a
Alright.
grain of salt, but let's look into that.
You
So
guys
regroup.
head back to the tavern and regroup for the night. L, the servant comes back with a small case for you.
Oh, okay. I'll take the case.
Inside is 500 gold pieces.
Now hold up a second. I ain't. I'm gonna look at the servant and just let it go. For what?
You're getting paid.
You, Lord Audelier did say you were getting paid to follow this adventuring party.
I'm gonna take one gold coin out and hand the thing back to him and go. The job's not done yet.
Okay, you get paid weekly, and she kind of like pushes the box back towards you.
I'm gonna take the box and I'm gonna sit down and be like, okay.
She kind of half bows to you and then heads back upstairs.
As soon as she does, can I disguise myself as a servant?
Absolutely.
And then I'm gonna kind of follow them up with a couple of ales. I'm just gonna grab off the counter for the gold piece.
Absolutely.
And,
you grab a couple ales, head upstairs.
I'm gonna knock on the door and be like, "We got drinks from a Lionel Johnson that are being served to you."
Come in.
Okay, I'm gonna head in, set the drinks down at the table, and then set the suitcase down and say, "He said to drop this off for you."
What a fucking guy. I mean, if he doesn't want to take my money, that's all well and fine, I guess. Okay.
I'm gonna turn and walk out.
Oh, you did make sure to put the item in their room, right?
Sorry, I'm a new. I just got hired just a few minutes ago. I apologize. My boss didn't mention something about an item. I can have it taken care of right away. What do you need?
Don't worry about it. I'll have one of my closer people take care of it.
I know. I can kind of turn around and head out. Can I insight that before I exit, though?
Roll an insight check.
17.
17.
I just want to know if he's planning to
There's
do harm.
something weird about that interaction. He was talking to you like he recognized you and had already asked you to do something for him.
Do I look like anybody in the that I would know from the village? From the town?
Did you disguise yourself as the servant that came to your door?
No, I just described
No.
myself as a random bartender. Or servant of a bartender, I guess. Yeah. Hostess, there we go.
You look vaguely similar to one that works at this tavern, yeah.
When I drop my disguise kit, I want to kind of head down to Santo immediately.
All right.
And cast message, and it's going to say, did you saw me disguise myself, right?
Yep, I see everything.
Good. The person I disguise myself as, I want you to keep an eye and message me as soon as they do anything that involves them going towards our rooms. Also, don't let Meridian or Geo in our rooms. One of them's gonna get nuked or blown up by something.
Well, I can tell you, but I don't know message. I'm a cleric.
I forgot. I was like, I forgot you don't have a bardic training. Yeah.
I'll send you a move.
Let me know if something's suspicious, because there's the lord of the town just told me that he put something, or he was asking me to put an item in our rooms already, which if I look like them, that means they've done it. So we're not staying here tonight, but we're gonna act like we're going to. Don't tell Geo. Let Meridian know what we're planning, and just keep an eye out while I go investigate something.
Just let Meridian know we're staying somewhere else.
Yeah. Don't tell Geo.
Okay.
And I am going to start kind of skulking around a little bit around the tavern, or go around the outside of the tavern, just kind of looking around to see if there's anything that's unique or different.
I think it's so hilarious because me and Chasten can both talk into like people's minds.
Oh yeah, I imagine every time you message me, I'm just linking to his mind temporarily, then unlinking afterwards.
It's so funny.
Yeah, we're going to end session there with suspicious activities occurring.
Alright.
Suspicion.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys on the Sunday. Boom. There we go.